Alrighty. Everything is set up. Chat is set up. Okay, sweet. We are good. Boom. Hello. Hey, Lorem. Hello, other people. Oh, man, we had some people pop in for a second, and they left, I think, right before I said hello. Tragic. I mean, how unfortunate. But that's life. I've realized I should probably, on YouTube, make, like, community posts being like, hey, I'm about to stream, guys. Come join. So much to do. Oh, well. Well, if you've seen the stream title, you know what I'm doing. Well, assuming the stream title updated. I didn't actually double check it like I normally do. Oh, no, it's good. Yeah, it's fine. We are watching Nightmare Time today. We're so close to finishing Season 2. After this stream, there's going to be only one more episode. Honestly, I might extend this stream even longer just to finish all 3 episodes today. That'd be a long stream, because as it's going to go, it's probably going to be like 5, maybe 6 hours already. Well, it'd definitely be 6 hours if I watch all 3. Maybe in 7. But that would be kind of fun. Long stream. Yes, long stream. So, I already got it set up here. Should be fine. Just gotta actually pop it up. I probably should set up more stuff before I actually get on to stream, but it is what it is. Alright, so with that, let's hop into Nightmare Time 2, Episode 2, Perky's Buds, and Abstinence Camp. Both 2 very concerning titles off rip. And let me actually pop us over. Turn off the music. And here we are. You know what? And you know my computer's is trash, so let's turn off. Let's close all these other tabs as much as possible. Bring ourselves to 360p. I'm sorry if you wanted higher quality than that. Just watch the video yourself if you want better quality than 360. Alright? Speaking of, the links to this video are in the description on YouTube. And, yeah, so watch it. Support the original creator. Support Team Star Kid. They're so deserving of everything. All the recognition they can get. Amazing. Love them. Please support them. And just the original creator in general of stuff. Alright. Let's go. I love that sting. And now we're back in Hatchetfield. What a... Honestly, the name Hatchetfield has become so much... Before, it was just like, oh well, very whatever name of a place in Who's It, What's It America, right? The more we learn about Hatchetfield, even the name itself, Hatchetfield, becomes considerably more disturbing. They're planting people as like sacrifice. The Witchwood is essentially a bunch of all these people, their spirits, building up this forest to contain the witch or whatever. All this kind of stuff. It's great. It's, man. Dude. Oh, also, sorry. I'm going to be pausing a lot. Sorry. Again, if you wanted to watch it without interruptions, just watch the original. But I'm not skipping the intro again because I've been told that it's going to be, like, slightly different. Now, whether that's true or not, kind of irrelevant. Either way, we're going to enjoy a good little song. Oh, the running. Ooh, you little runaway. You little runaway. It's Paul. I don't know why the appearance of Paul after her always like always a little funny to me. It's a matter of time, a matter of time. It's all in your mind. It's all in your mind.
Hey, what was that?
I don't know why that actually startled me this time. That like jump scare normally doesn't startle me, but it got me this time. It's easy to lead you straight to those who fear me. But the nightmare time is gonna get you. The mouth. We know who that is now. Taking down. Ah. The beeping is so bad. Victimless crime. A victimless crime. It's all in design. It's all by design. Huh? Hatchetfield High School. I haven't actually looked at the background of a lot of these frames. But I will find you. Ah, man, I lost it. So far the intro is exactly the same as normal. Whatever, it's a great song. Gonna get you. The nightmare's gonna get you. The nightmare's gonna get you. You can run if I don't catch you. But the nightmare time is gonna got you. Ah, I messed it up right at the very end. That's tragic. Alright. Let's see. What's Perky's buds? Who's Perky? What's their buds? Because it's an interesting title already. Ooh. I played some piano when I was younger.
Breaks over a plot of emerald green farmland deep in the heart of Witchwood Forest. Marijuana plants grow tall and strong, swaying gently in the breeze. This
marijuana plants? Is weed legal in Hatchetfield? Well, I mean, this is in like the 2020s, right? So it wouldn't be that weird.
is Perky's Buds, Hatchetfield's premier cannabis grower.
Oh, okay.
In an old farmhouse, sunlight peeks through the window and falls onto the face of Emma Perkins.
Emma!
Her eyes flutter open. She hops out of bed, throws open the shutters, and breathes in the crisp, clean air.
We're back with Emma again. Okay, that's a little surprising. All right, is this Emma also an android or not? Like, what's up? I know there's multiple different timelines and everything, but it's just a little concerning. All right.
Another day in paradise.
Outside, Emma's work boots make tracks in the mud as she strolls the grounds, admiring the fruits of her labor.
Yep. Another perfect day in... You goddamn son of a bitch varmints!
Emma
Oh.
pulls out a rifle and
Oh, God.
3 rounds at a chubby brown bird munching away at one of her pot plants.
My goodness. We already... No. The bird didn't deserve it. They was just wanted to get high.
The bird rips off another beakful and takes flight.
Oh, the bird's fine. Never mind.
Get them birds!
At the house, Emma's summer farmhand, Ziggs, tumbles out of bed.
Shit.
Moments later, Ziggs bursts out the front door. They're wielding 2 pistols, firing wildly. The bird darts through the sky, and
God.
Ziggs unload an absurd amount of ammo.
Guys, they're such bad they're such bad shots. Don't get me wrong, I'm not a particularly good shot either, but it sounds like they're. To be fair, shooting up into something in the sky is probably, from what I've heard, very difficult.
It dives and vanishes amongst the crops.
Did we get him?
Nope. Nighthawks. They are wily birds.
That was a Nighthawk? Finally, we know what they look like. They got big old beady eyes.
Just then, Ziggy's ears perk up. Off in the distance is a faint chanting.
What's that?
More varmints.
Is she about to shoot some people? Also, that voice, that's the exact same type chant that Chastity did in in Nerdy Prudes Must Die. Although it was hey ho, heck no, the dance has to go or something.
Out at the entrance
It was
of Emma's
whatever.
Farm, 2 kids from Hatchetfield High march around waving signs and shouting.
Is this actually them?
Oh, heck no!
Perky's butt has gotta go!
Emma and Ziggs pull up to the front gate on a large tractor. Emma glares down at the teens, Gabe, a dorky choir boy, and a holier-than-thou church girl notorious for her unrelenting prudishness.
It's her.
Chastity.
It's Chastity. What? Actually, what's like her actual like full name?
Notorious for her unrelenting prudishness. Grace.
Grace Chastity. I only know her as Chastity. Well, obviously her name's actually Grace, but whatever. Chastity.
What do you want, Grace?
What do I want? I want a town that's safe from your drugs. This devil weed isn't just bad for the community. It's threatening the checkered-tailed Nighthawk population. Yesterday I found one so stoned he wouldn't get out of the road. It caused a traffic jam. People were late, Emma. Late to church.
That's what imagine that. An animal so high that they're just on the street. Has that happened before? I know there was Cocaine Bear, but that's like the opposite of this situation. Also, Cocaine Bear died like really fast. But for that like 30 minutes, he must have felt like a god.
Look, I don't want these damn birds eating my crops either.
Yeah. I mean, we just tried to shoot one.
Shoot one? Are you high?
Checkered-tailed Nighthawks are a protected species. They only live on this island. If
Oh.
you harm one of those majestic creatures, then we might just have the legal authority to shut you down.
Interesting. I mean, I guess that makes sense why Nighthawks are like their actual animal, because they're only. If Nighthawks only exist here in Hatchetfield, that means they're probably some sort of, like in reality, it would probably just be like, okay, so it's just like the perfect environment for them, and they don't really thrive anywhere else. But since it's Hatchetfield, they're probably connected to the Lords in Black or some way. Oh, also, speaking of the Lords in Black, in the comment section before, I got some knowledge. People have illuminated some facts for me about Webby. She's apparently the Queen in White or something like that. Oh my god, I already forgot. I'm so sorry. My brain is a bucket with a hole in it at the bottom. It holds nothing. But fun facts. Also, realize something. Probably do this. I've noticed that this style of like corner thing seems to be like more popular for streams. Oh well.
Hey, ho, heck, no. Perky's butt has gotta go.
Hey, ho,
Did I
heck, no.
mishear that, Ziggy, or was that a threat?
I don't know, it sounded pretty hateful to me, Perky.
We don't take too kindly to threats around here. Ziggs, get these nerdy prudes off my property.
Latched to the back of the tractor is a wood.
Title drop of a different show.
Ziggs flips it on and tosses a bag of manure into the feed. Vroom. The fertilizer sprays
I see.
out the discharge chute, raining down on Grace and Gabe.
Ew.
They drop their signs, hop on their bikes, and retreat. Ziggs turns off the machine and smiles.
It's the simple things, you know?
Oh, wait. I also noticed Ziggs was also, I think, referenced in Nerdy Prudes. When it's like, we know he likes killing. He's like, I certainly don't like killing. Don't love killing. I'm sorry. My brain is... I keep going back to everything I've seen before.
That evening,
I'm everly
Emma and Ziggs sit on the
self-referential.
porch, passing a joint and watching the sunset over their glorious harvest.
Look at it, Ziggy. My dream.
It is beautiful. What was I saying?
Nice, Ziggy. Very nice.
You know, I used to grow and sell my own weed in high school. Not sure exactly who coined the name, but no one could get enough of Perky's buds. It was the cleanest, purest, most cerebral high.
Oh, your legend, Tales of your weed echo through Hatchetfield High to this very day.
Interesting. Okay. So, wait. This is the Emma that we... No, right? This isn't like a different Emma. I'm pretty sure. I'm really bad with last names and all these different names. It's hard to keep track of everybody, alright? But also, wow. Okay. So, Emma was the weed drug seller. Okay.
Well, ever since then, all I wanted to do was share that high with the world, you know? And when I graduated community college and unlocked my inheritance, I found out my parents owned all those acres of Witchwood. It's like, it was meant to be.
That is actually really lucky. That they just happen to have a bunch of land that you could perfectly farm weed on.
It'd be perfect if it weren't for those goddamn Nighthawks.
Oh, well.
Eating my weed.
Let him have it. Come on.
What are we gonna do about him?
I don't know, Ziggy. Listen to him out there. Laughing at me. Fucking birds.
Birds are so great, though.
Alright. Let's order some donuts.
So, are we gonna learn about how these birds are all connected to the Lords in Black somehow? Or as, I don't know. I'm just spitballing.
The next day, Ziggs stands alone in the field pruning the plants, occasionally puffing a joint, when suddenly, a voice pipes up.
Oh.
Hey, pass that J, dude. Don't bogart that shit.
Huh?
Ziggs turns one way.
Who was that?
There's no one there.
That ethereal
Scratch
voice.
their head, confused. Then they notice a Nighthawk perched on a nearby bit of fencing.
Now, did you
The Nighthawk? I think he's a little high, huh?
say that, or did I think it?
The Nighthawk stares at them blankly.
Listen, little buddy, you can't keep eating this stuff, alright? I'm gonna have to shoot you, and I don't want to do that. Okay, I'm a vegan.
The bird cocks its head.
You're a vegan and you're about to shoot, but I mean, you were shooting the other bird pretty well. Well is it might not be the best word. You did miss every shot.
Don't look at me like that. Fine. Let's just keep this between us, alright?
Ziggs takes a big hit off their joint and blows smoke into the Nighthawk's face. The bird breathes it in and ruffles its feathers happily.
Huh?
Alright, there. Now, I'm cutting you off.
Then, another voice calls out.
Hey, you.
Ziggs turns to see a rough-looking man standing at the edge of Emma's land.
Hey,
Oh.
dude.
3 more equally rugged men saunter out of the woods.
Uh-oh.
Dudes?
The first man spits a mouthful of chewing tobacco.
Ew. Disgusting. Disgusting.
We'd like to have a word with Perky.
She's up at the house, man. That's all the fuck back there.
Then you better move your ass.
Oh, look. Isn't this, like, private property or something?
We insist.
The man lifts the bottom of his flannel shirt, revealing a pistol tucked into
Okay.
his jeans.
I guess they didn't like Emma bumping into their like what's it worded? I forgot the word.
Whoa. Chill, dude. I'll go get her. Peace and love, man. Peace and love.
Moments later, Zig stumbles through the front door of the farmhouse.
Hey, Emma, there's a bunch of Republicans out here.
Not Grace again.
Is it the fact that they have guns, which you also have, or is it the fact that they're that that made him call them Republicans? I'm curious.
Like, scary ones.
The Metzgers.
Emma throws open
Oh.
the storage closet.
She knows them. Meskers.
She grabs a leather belt with 2 holsters and buckles it around her waist. She loads fresh clips into her pistols, then hands a rifle to Ziggy. Back outside.
I feel like every timeline we find, Emma's actually like so cool. She's like such a badass. In the other one, she's like a machine person who like brutally murders people to keep their secret. This one, she's strapped.
Louis Metzger spots Emma and Ziggs heading his way, packing heat. He smiles with rotten teeth and turns to his brothers.
Well, there she is, boys. The pate hate.
I don't know, Louis. That sounds like you're calling her an attractive toilet.
The pate hate. He's right. Interesting that she has a name that rhymes with her name in another timeline.
Shut up, you dumb bastard. Daddy don't like crude humor.
And where is your daddy?
Emma stands at the edge of her property, her hands resting on her guns.
I already said I wasn't gonna talk to you, jizz stains.
Oof.
Bob Metzger has something to say to me. He can do it himself.
Well, it's your lucky day. You better watch your mouth.
Oh, he's here.
Daddy don't like the word jism.
More of the
A
Metzger
very respectable man, I'm sure.
clan comes tromping out of the woods, carrying a makeshift litter. Sitting aloft is the family patriarch, Bob Metzger. They set down the old man and he shoos them off with a wave
Wait, they carried him in on what? On. Okay.
of his hand. He leers at Emma from beneath his wide-brimmed hat.
All right, Emma Perkins. You wanted me. You got me.
Don't you think it's time for the kids to move out, Bob? Get their own place? Maybe in Clivesdale?
I can stay.
How dare she in Clivesdale? Wow. This in Hatchetfield, that's like as bad as it gets, huh?
With their daddy on our land we paid for with blood.
And as long as they stay on that land, we don't have a problem in the world, Bob. But I will not have them harassing my employee. Creeping around, pulling this deliverance shit. It's nobody's business but mine what I do on my property.
Done on your property is an abomination. I don't give a toot about the grass you've been growing. Hell, your great-granddaddy and I made our living running rum across the border.
Okay, so he doesn't care about the pot, which means that it's almost certainly rather actually about the fact that she made a farm here at all, perhaps. Maybe there is some there's probably some sort of ritualistic Lord in Black reason for it.
It's what you done with the trees.
Huh?
You cut down acres of them without a thought of what it might do to this town.
Right. Okay. So the trees, I feel like I think the trees are actually literally protecting the town. It's like the spirits of people who apparently have like a connection to the black. They might literally and also they're holding the witch, even if like sort of the witch was already weak, like super weak. Whatever.
Whoa. You know, I'm sorry, dudes. I thought you were Republicans, but like, hell yes, mad respect. Save the trees.
Your great granddaddy
Great, Ziggy. I like him. He's great.
this land, he made a solemn vow to tend to it, protect it, not cut it down. For his sake, I'll give you one final warning. You clean up this shit and go back to the city where you come from, okay?
Guess I'm putting up a fence.
She turns on her heels and walks away from the Metzgers.
Uh-oh.
You were warned.
You know what? In this case, as rough as they are, there probably is a genuinely good reason to not cut down these trees. So, fair enough.
The innocent must suffer. The guilty must be punished. You must taste blood to be a man.
That's exactly what was said in the episode where the final episode of season 1, where they went in, when they showed what's her name, like when the witch showed what's her name the vision of her execution. That's exactly what the executioner said.
That night, the moon hangs low in the sky. Inside the farmhouse, Ziggs holds a painting they've been working on for the past 2 weeks. An art student at Hatchetfield Community College, Ziggs is Emma's farmhand and graphic designer.
Oh, Ziggy, he does it all.
So, as we all know, the Hatchetfield Honey Festival is coming up, and it is the perfect place to get the word out about our fine product. But if we expect people to leave their friendly neighborhood dealers, we gotta catch their eye. So, say hello to the new.
Okay, art student, making graphic design, something that's supposed to catch the eye of people. This is either going to be really good or really wild. Potentially both.
Official logo of Perky's Buds.
They whirl the canvas around to reveal a buxom woman, wearing a pot leaf bra,
That's what I thought.
and riding atop a giant flying joint.
Huh.
Pretty kick-ass, right?
It's like a pinup.
Sex sells, Emma.
No, I don't like that. That's not our brand. Perky's Buds is about raging against the capitalist patriarchy in like a chill way.
It is? But also with a name like that, I feel like that logo fits actually. That was actually like off the way it's described. I could see it very much being like the kind of logo for a place like this.
Making tons of money. This drawing is like too favoring of the male gaze.
What are you talking about? It's my gaze! And I like tickle bitties.
You know what? Perky shouldn't be a person.
I mean, speaking facts, like you gotta give him that.
It should be like a dog. A good dog.
Okay. Yeah, that could work. A dog.
With
tickle bitties.
Let's put a pin in
6
it
of them,
now.
because they're a dog.
We've got more important work to do.
Emma pulls out a baggie of her signature weed.
Like testing the product. Maintain quality control.
Ah, I love this job.
You know, I respect somebody who works hard to make sure that their product is high quality, efficient, effective.
A few hours later, an extremely stoned Emma lies on the couch. She doesn't realize it, but she's been staring in silence at Ziggy's pinup girl logo for the past 30 minutes.
Oh.
Suddenly, the buxom girl winks at Emma, or at least Emma thinks she does.
Oh my gosh.
Emma winks back. Outside, there's a rustling. Ziggy jumps.
Uh-oh.
What was that? Did you hear something or did I?
Calm down, Ziggs. You're paranoid. It's making me paranoid.
I heard I've heard, again, I've never done drugs. I've heard that paranoia is actually a potential issue for people who like smoke weed. Where I can't comment in details. I've only heard from people who aren't really even my friends, honestly.
Sorry. I was thinking about those Republicans from earlier.
What?
The not Republicans?
They're gonna come kill us?
No.
Yes.
I was thinking about how they're gonna cancel out my vote in the next election. Oh, but they could kill us, couldn't they? Oh, holy shit.
Now he's actually paranoid. Oh, no.
Oh, they could kill us.
Ziggs. Relax.
Emma sits up and stuffs a donut into her mouth. She decides the time has come for her farmhand.
That looked like a good donut.
The whole truth.
About what?
I'm gonna tell you something, Ziggs. The secret of Perky's buds. You ever wonder why we grow such good weed?
I have to know.
I mean, we're terrible farmers.
Shit. Oh, you noticed?
It doesn't even matter.
Okay. So they are bad. Now I'm curious as well.
A little. Back in high school, I used to grow pot in my closet. Like, I didn't even know it needed light. I forgot to water it, the dog pissed all over it. But still that weed flourished. And I worked on pot farms all through my 20s, and I was like, why is this so hard for these guys? Growing pot's easy.
Okay. Is she magically blessed with the ability to grow pot? Or plants in general, maybe? Or maybe just pot?
And then I found out it's not. It's like really difficult. So how was I churning out that top-notch bud when I had no idea what I was doing? I'll tell you. Every plant I ever grew was potted in dirt taken from right here. Witchwood Forest.
Okay. So you're definitely using the power of all the souls that have been infused into Witchwood Forest to grow your plants. I've heard of more dystopian topics or ideas.
It's the soil. Things grow here. They grow fast and big and different.
Different, yeah, definitely.
The soil here, it's magic.
Literally.
So, if the soil's magic, and the trees are magic, do you think that's why those dudes were so mad that we chopped them all down?
Ziggy's figuring it out. He's big braining it.
Don't give a shit about trees. They're Republicans. They just want to scare us off the land so they can have all my weed for themselves.
Right.
Definitely.
They're not gonna do shit.
That's exactly why.
Crash! One of the farmhouse windows explodes and a brick comes hurtling into the living room. The front door's kicked down and the Metzger brothers stomp in wielding torches and hatchets.
We warned you, Perky.
Uh-oh. It's a Hatchetfield night, I guess.
Thump! Out in the field, the Metzger brothers slam shovels into the dirt and gaze down at their handiwork. Emma and Ziggs have been almost entirely buried. Only their heads poke out of the ground. Like...
Oh, wow. They just got him. No struggle at all. I mean, I guess they were high and also unarmed, so not too surprising. Is Ziggy and Emma, are they about to get turned into trees? Oh boy.
Look, guys, you're overreacting. We were right about to pack up and leave when you came barging in.
Time for talk is over.
The Metzger kids part to reveal Bob, lounging on a sedan chair, a hatchet laid across his lap.
A sedan chair. they just carry him around in a sedan chair. He's living the life.
Big Bob. Daddy. Let's cut a deal. I'll give you 20% of our annual profits. It's my final offer.
How many trees you think you cut down for this cannabis? Let me explain something to you, Emma Perkins.
All right, so we're actually gonna get our tree explanation. That's what I want to know. I'm like theorizing. I'm also, are they actually like putting souls, or like the souls of people going to the trees, or like how does this work exactly? Because I know people like, I forget her name. My goodness, the girl who like can see all the different timelines. People like her, although I'm sure to like a lesser extent, become these trees, right? How does that happen? Does it just happen when they die naturally? As long as they die in like Hatchetfield, because there's like, I don't know, a curse or something? Maybe that's why Hatchetfield hates Clivesdale, because Hatchetfield is cursed. And Clivesdale is just like a normal place, so everyone in Hatchetfield hates them because of that.
Some folk in this town are born different. Back in the old days, they called it having a touch of the gift. But whose gift? It is unclean, vile, sorcery. It is the sworn duty of the Hatchetmen to collect these freaks and bring them here to be planted. The ritual frees them of their tainted flesh, gives them a new body of bark and leaf. Their roots and canopies make a net to catch all that bad magic, so that it may not seep into the precious skin of any more beautiful babies.
Okay. Interesting. Very interesting. Alright, so now we know that answers my question. They literally find people who are weird in Hatchetfield and kill them and turn them into trees. Bring them over here. And the witch, we know that at the very center of the forest is the witch, but we also know that in pretty much every timeline, the witch is actually just like pathetically weak. They can't do anything. Their existence doesn't really affect much. So is the witch what's being held by the net? Or is it actually this, where this net is here to literally protect the town and its people from magic, or maybe the Lord in Black's influence, or maybe just a connection to, yeah, the witch is kind of weird. Yeah, I'm like trying to puzzle. Does she matter more than anyone else, or is she just another tree like the first tree? Also, welcome to the stream, Latias Blue. Oh, Latia. I'm just trying to like figure it out, I guess.
You cut down those trees. You open the floodgates. Now every teeny bopper in town is susceptible to this malady. You took all the power built up in that soil, and you smoked it. Shame on you.
I mean, it's not like she cut down the entire Witchwood, you know? I'm sure there's like, well, I mean, she cut down acres of land, so that it's not a small amount, to be fair. But I feel like there's more forests. It has to help a little bit. No. Cutting down this much trees probably did matter a lot.
You will atone. You will be the first in a new crop.
Wait, can this be done to anybody? Because we have no indication that Emma and Ziggy are touched by the gift, I guess. Or whatever they call it nowadays. So, can But can you just do this to anybody? Interesting.
All right, boys. Let's clear out all this shit. We got some planting to do.
A tractor roars to life with Carl Metzger at the wheel. He plows directly into Emma's crops.
No, the crops.
Flattened, shredded pot leaves in their
Frog 1812. Thank you for subscribing. Wow. Tragic.
Finish burying these two. Put an end to this.
Do 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 do.
plop. A glob of white liquid falls from the sky and splats across the front of Bob's shirt.
The Nighthawks.
Fuck.
He looks down at his chest, then up to a flock of birds circling overhead. Lars points to the splatter of bird crap on Bob's shirt.
I heard that's good luck, Daddy.
You dumb bastard. You have a fixation with fecal matter, and I have had it up to here with you.
Plop, plop, plop. Suddenly, all around them, white pellets begin raining down. Bob
Now, on one hand, I'm very happy to see that that Emma and Ziggy are about to be saved by these Nighthawks. On the other hand, is this all some sort of act by the Lords in Black to make sure that this hole in the Witchwood does not get closed? I'm not sure. This is a situation where the Hatchet Men sound like horrible people, but also anything that curves the influence of the Lords in Black is genuinely probably a good thing.
Bob Metzger watches as the birds are joined by another flock, flying in from the east, then another from the south. Soon birds swarm from every direction, merging into a swirling avian maelstrom. Spit hangs from Bob's slack jaw. He can hear what must be thousands of birds screaming to each other overhead.
Oh,
And not
that
just any birds,
sounds horrifying.
Nighthawks. The Metzgers
Genuinely, that's like that movie where all the birds decide to just start killing people. That's what I'm imagining here.
stare up at the entire checkertail nighthawk population blanketing the sky.
Yeah. Look at them all.
What do they want?
Weed.
I ain't never seen anything like.
Suddenly, the thousands of nighthawks dive in perfect, horrifying unison. A wave of birds
This is definitely Nighthawk behavior. Definitely Nighthawk behavior.
crashes
I mean,
into
Lord in Black behavior. Oh my goodness. Sorry.
Louis Metzger, each slashing with their claws, stripping his flesh away bit by bit. In mere moments, Louis is nothing more than a gore-soaked skeleton. Ropes of mangled skin hanging from him. Lars Metzger flees the attacking bird.
Very impressive and terrifying, but also that is just like to show that he's getting ripped apart is so funny.
He dives into a thicket of pot plants, hiding in the dirt, safe, until the enormous tractor tears through the field. Carl is dead at the wheel, torn apart by nighthawks.
Oh,
Lars
gosh.
watches the blades of the wheat cutter whirl towards Bob Metzger falls from his sedan chair.
What a way to go. Torn apart by birds, it's pecked to death, destroyed by a tractor.
The flock engulfs him.
Get out of here. You goddamn birds.
Emma and Ziggs look on in horror as Bob is pecked to bloody bits.
I thought for a moment, I thought the birds were gonna pick him up by the chair and just take him into the sky, and we'll just never see him again. This is just as horrifying. Potentially less or more, I don't know.
Amongst the chaos and the death and the thunder of wings, a shovel comes careening towards Emma and Ziggs. Whack! It knocks both of them over the head.
Ouch.
Then, darkness.
Got shovel
Emma's
sniped.
eyes flutter open. The morning sun streams in through the window. She rises from her bed, groggily.
Oh.
God, my head.
How did they get back inside?
Last night is a blur. She remembers something happened. She looks down to see she's covered in dirt. She walks into Ziggy's room and shakes them awake.
Huh.
Ziggs, wake up.
Ziggs, too, is filthy from head to toe.
What happened last night?
The birds brought them back in, I guess. That's nice of them. After knocking them out.
I don't know. I think... Wait, I'm remembering.
What do you remember?
We got high?
Right. We got high.
And?
Wasn't there also, like a fight?
I don't think so.
They're not gonna remember anything, huh? Are they gonna even know that these guys died on their land? What they've done to the world of Hatchetfield?
Yeah. There was. About the logo. I said it shouldn't be a person. It should be a
Oh.
Nighthawk.
The memories are getting mixed up, but also the Nighthawks. Oh my goodness.
Right, a Nighthawk.
Okay, Laura, just... We're watching something right now, alright? Enjoy your book, though.
With Tiggle Bitties.
Come on. Let's see if we got any of those done.
He sticks so hard to those Tiggle Bitties. Incredible.
Emma and Ziggs head for the kitchen, but stop dead in their tracks at the foot of the stairs. Their jaws drop. The entire farmhouse is filled with checkered-tail nighthawks. They perch on every piece of furniture. They cover the shelves and cabinets. The floor is blanketed with them. In unison, the nighthawks turn their heads to the duo. Then one of the birds hops off the couch and waddles toward them. As it does, they hear...
That would be terrifying. Birdemic, yes, thank you. Oh, that's the movie. But, oh my god, that would be... Like, I'm imagining this in my mind, and just the terror I would feel at any amount of a small animal filling up an entire place. I'd be like, oh, that's a lot of creatures that are alive and staring at me right now.
Hear a voice echo inside their minds.
Good morning, Perky. Ziggs. Are you still as baked as we are?
Emma, I think my brain broke.
The little bird looks up at them.
There's nothing to be afraid of, Ziggy. We took care of the Metzgers. Don't you remember?
Oh, God.
Okay, I guess they are gonna know what happened last night. What a way to find out.
Images of the previous night come flashing through Emma's head.
It wasn't a dream. You birds killed them.
We had to protect the farm. We couldn't let them destroy the weed. It's good shit, Emma. The best we've ever tasted. In fact, it's the weed that made this conversation possible.
Oh my gosh, the magic weed gave them sapience. That's horrible. What? That's terrible. The dolls make it creepier because the eye... Yeah, I know. That's the first thing I focused on when I saw them. They're giant, and as you say, like, weirdly dilated eyes. They stare right into your soul.
Doing it raised our consciousness to new heights, you could say.
Interesting.
We now speak mind to mind.
Oh my god, Emma. Your magic weed made the birds psychic.
That's...
Just telepathic, for the time being.
I mean, that's impressive at the very least. Now you can promote your weed by saying, hey, our weed is so good, it literally elevated a species. So... Clivesdale doesn't have that.
If we get high enough, who knows the limits of our mental capabilities? Why, mere months ago, I was a nameless, thoughtless animal. Now, I speak for the flock. I am Ezekiel, elected leader of the Checkertail Nighthawks.
Oh, they have a name. Ezekiel. What a nice name.
Hi, Ezekiel.
So, are you ready to get to work?
Work?
Those men were able to destroy a large swath of the harvest before
No.
we intervened.
The
This is
weed.
unacceptable. You must plant more. And now that the Metzgers are gone, you may expand the farm into their land as well. This will please us, and so it is good.
That's not exactly how that works. You can't just take somebody else's land just because they died. That still has to go. Like, even if they don't have any family, that goes like to the government, I'm pretty sure, right?
We must have more weed.
The Nighthawks began hopping up and down, chirping. More weed.
More weed. More.
Hey, we
Uh-oh.
get it. You guys are jonesing. But there are, like, human laws we have to consider. That's not my property.
Human laws are irrelevant. They mean nothing to us birds. We shit on your institutions. We rage against the capitalist patriarchy.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
It concerns us that you've slept until 9:30. You're losing precious daylight. Don't you think you should get to work?
Work?
Work. Work.
There's also the situation where, like, what can you do about this? They are enough birds here to kill them. So, yeah, that's not the best situation.
Yeah, well, get right on that.
I just realized we're only like 30 minutes in. I'm like, is this like how it's gonna end? Where the birds like, nah, this is just like the halfway point. This is the real rising tension.
Out in the field, Ziggy prunes the crops while Ezekiel and a dozen other Nighthawks look on.
Can't believe this. Growing weed for a bunch of birds.
The birds could at least help, right? Come on, guys.
Nothing in the Craigslist ad about this.
Ziggy pockets their shears and starts back to
That's the problem with Craigslist ads.
the farmhouse.
Where do you think you're going?
To drop a deuce?
What does this mean? To drop a deuce.
To take a shit?
Ezekiel turns to one of his bird companions.
Humans puzzle me, Isaac.
So I'm just gonna go back to the house and drop that deuce.
No, this is unacceptable. The time spent walking to the house and back will be wasted. You will do as us birds do.
Ezekiel lifts his tail and drops a poop splatter without...
Ew. I mean, it does make sense for the bird to be like, why would he waste time going inside? Just, I mean, we don't. Which, while fair, is also disgusting.
Quickly, efficiently, then back to work.
So you want me to just shit? Right here?
Of course.
I'll hold it.
But this will cause you discomfort and slacken your pace. Unacceptable. You will shit. Right now.
Oh god. That's the biggest threat. Poop your pants now. That's quite a threat.
As the sun sets, an exhausted Emma and Ziggs
Oh,
trudge
boy.
back to the farmhouse. Dozens of watchful Nighthawks circling overhead.
Emma, this is bogus. They made me...
I know. Shit on the ground in front of them. From now on, we're gonna have to watch where we step.
Oh gosh, that's so gross. They make you do it too, Emma? Or do you just see Ziggy do that? Neither path is good, to be honest with you. But man, out of the frying pan and into the flames, because what can you even do about this many birds, right?
Look, you better do something about these birds, or you're gonna lose your farmhand and your graphic designer.
Think of something.
Not
When
the
they get
graphic
back to
designer.
the farmhouse, they find Ezekiel sitting in a rocking chair on the front porch.
Hey,
We're
Ezekiel.
displeased by your progress today. You'll do better tomorrow.
He cocks his head.
Why?
Two disheveled humans.
You seem fatigued.
We've been working non-stop all day. We're tired.
I'm hungry.
Yeah. We can't do anything if we're hungry. And wouldn't you know it, there's not a scrap of food in the house.
Okay, so this is their way to get out of the farm. Maybe they can set something up afterwards.
I've got some chips in my room.
We need to go.
Chips also isn't a meal, so not a great thing to say anyway.
Go into town to get something to eat, so we can work. No foodie, no worky.
Simple logic.
Unacceptable.
Well, it's gonna have to be acceptable.
If you leave, you will be tempted not to return. You may seek help. You may bring other humans with guns. Humans who can aim.
They remember how bad Emma and Ziggy are at aiming. I'm glad.
You will never go into town again.
But
You will eat as us birds eat. We will care for you, nourish you, and you will use your opposable thumbs to grow weed. This
Does that mean they're gonna like vomit in their mouths? I really hope that's not where this is going, because that'd be a little too much, I think.
is the contract. It is what we desire, and so it is good. Now, which of you will be fed first?
look, a contract needs to be negotiated.
Her. Nighthawks. Feed Emma.
Suddenly, hundreds of Nighthawks descend on Emma.
Whoa, hey, what are you doing?
The masses of birds stick their talons into her mouth, prying it open. Then, all at once, the birds begin blasting Emma with projectile vomit. Within less than a second, her mouth is overflowing with a frothy soup of bugs, chipmunk bones, and worm guts. Then the horde of
I was gonna say don't jinx it, but yeah, it's a little late for that. I need a moment. That's, oh my, that is, everything about that was horrible to hear. The claws, I should say, fun fact, the vomit that birds produce to like feed their kids isn't actually vomit, technically. I don't think that makes this any better, though, to be honest with you.
birds releases her and scatters into the air. Emma collapses, spitting, retching.
Very good, Emma. Now you, Ziggs.
Dude, no, I'm not hungry.
Don't make me go through this again. Please don't make me go through this again.
Ziggs backs away, but the birds surround them as well. They latch onto Ziggs' body, forcing their mouth open.
Come on!
No, I can't do this. You're just shooting the vegan.
The Nighthawks proceed to fill Ziggy's mouth with buckets of piping hot vomit.
Oh, no.
Oh, it's not even vegan, because they have bugs and, that's horrible. Probably has worms. Which I'm fairly certain that's not vegan, right? But bugs aren't vegan, right? I'm pretty sure. I would imagine they're alive.
Ziggs falls to the ground beside Emma. Ezekiel is
Squirrel bones too. Oh, definitely not vegan then.
Now, go to bed. Rest. Tomorrow you will work harder.
Okay.
The two rise miserably and shamble toward the farmhouse. Ezekiel stops them.
Not upstairs. The barn is acceptable for you. The house is ours now.
Why?
Or get stoned and watch Netflix. Preferably something about birds.
I feel like them watching a bird documentary on Netflix would probably not be the most... I mean, maybe they could laugh about, like, as like, these humans, they have no idea what they're talking about. I don't know.
That night in the barn, Emma paces
Or maybe they'll watch Birdemic and get some ideas. Greets from Norway's. Oh, hello. These humans. Hello, Jonas McGee. Welcome to the stream. And wow, Norway, so far away. Never heard of Necrons? Yeah. I have.
while Ziggs lies on a pile of hay, rolling a joint.
Okay.
Go enjoy your food, Lauren.
Perky's buds is my dream. I'm not gonna let it get hijacked by a bunch of birds. How are we gonna get rid of them?
Oh, I don't know. We could get a cat. Right? Cats chase birds.
Right?
How many cats do you think you'll need for this to actually work?
But there are
A man of
thousands
class.
Of these birds. We need at least like 1,000 cats. And what if the cats start eating the weed? Then the cats will get smart, and then we'll be working for a bunch of cats.
And that'll be even worse because cats are like built to be like killers. Necron super weapons v Pog. True.
Well, then we can just get 1,000 dogs to chase off the cats. Doesn't matter if the dogs get smart because dogs are nice, and they'd never do this to us.
Honestly, kind of true. Kind of true. But would they do this instead for your... It's like, we know what's good for you, so we will force you to work for weed so that we can get smarter to do things better for you. I feel like no matter how this goes, things will go badly.
Well, we can't even get to the car, so this is all a moot point. What else could scare off birds? Scarecrow.
Thank you for the follow, Jonas McGee.
Crow.
Scarecrow.
No, but these aren't crows, Emma. They're nighthawks.
Also, I feel like even in real life, scarecrows don't really work that much. You need a bigger water bottle? Yeah, you're right. I need something a little... Maybe a gallon would be good. No, not a gallon. Like one of those big things that they put on water coolers. But also, yeah, scarecrows don't even really work in real life. We can see, like, lots of actual birds just hanging on scarecrows, completely unafraid of them. Because they've learned that they're not human, so there's no reason to fear them.
They're dumb birds. This is gonna work.
They literally are not dumb. That's the problem. The fact that they are not dumb is the problem, Emma.
I don't know.
Look, we just need to distract them long enough to reach the car. Then we can go get all those cats.
Right. You know what? We should just get the dogs too while we're out.
Obviously.
Yeah, okay.
Riding in the car with all those dogs. This is gonna be so fucking fun.
You know what? Ziggy knows what's real. Yeah, birds can also crows can do puzzles and stuff. It's genuinely very impressive. Like, even without the weed enhanced intelligence, they're pretty smart.
Let's make this scarecrow. Give me your clothes.
Emma grabs Ziggy's shirt and tries to pull it over their head.
No. This is my Grateful Dead tea, Emma. It's my fave.
Come on, man.
We need it for the scarecrow. Oh, here.
She picks up a burlap sack and tosses it to Ziggs.
You're the artist. Draw a face on that bag.
I guess they're using Emma's shirt then.
Emma stands in her long johns, looking at a scarecrow she's constructed by stuffing their clothes with straw.
Okay.
This is okay.
It sounds like she's trying to convince herself. I don't think it looks okay.
This guy.
She looks to see how the face is coming along. Ziggs sits, taking a hit from their joint and putting the finishing touches on a pleasant, completely non-threatening face.
Ziggy! What the hell? Why does he look so friendly? Don't make him scary! Give him angry eyes and sharp teeth!
Emma, this whole plan hinges on those birds believing this is a real guy. Nobody is gonna believe this dude in a Grateful Dead tee is walking around looking all hateful and shit.
You know what? That's a fair point. Maybe Zig knows what he's talking about. And and I mean, if this has any chance of working, which I'm so doubtful of, if it has any chance of working, they have to be convinced, even for like a moment, that this is a real person.
No, he's a deadhead, bro. He's gotta be cool as hell and chill as fuck.
Fine. Just hurry.
Later, with the finished scarecrow in hand, Ziggs and Emma peek out the barn door.
Okay.
Alright. Coast is clear. Come on, let's plant him.
The two run out and stake the scarecrow.
So tense.
Inside, the Nighthawks are stoned and distracted, gathered around the TV.
You know what? Never mind. I forgot. All these birds are stoned perpetually. So never. I was completely wrong. They definitely is a chance this will work.
In an episode of Planet Earth,
Ooh.
on screen, a bird of paradise hops and bobs, performing a mating dance. Ezekiel is scandalized.
Oh. Well, this is just porn now.
The next morning,
That's hilarious. You know what? Actually, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, they're in a lot of like stuff they show off like, you know, bird mating dances just because like, wow, that's really interesting. These birds have all these different these dancing mating dances. So the fact that they probably would be a little. Well, I mean, would they really be scandalized though? They'd probably be like, "Dang, look at their moves. Let's see how they're doing." 7 out of 10, 6 out of 10. The link after I finish watching this episode.
entire flock is gathered around a mysterious stranger who appeared sometime during the night.
Oh.
He stands motionless in front of the house. He wears a Grateful Dead tee and a pair of women's pants. A pleasant expression is painted on his face.
Who is he? Where did he come from?
I don't know. I cannot hear his thoughts. His mind is so vacant.
I'm frightened, Ezekiel. Perhaps we should leave.
And let this man smoke our weed? Isaac, never speak to me again.
Oh gosh, a single sentence and it's just like, there. Be gone. Kind of like cats. Yeah. Okay. I completely forgot the fact that they're telepathic, so that would probably affect things a little bit. Huh. Okay.
Handle this.
Ezekiel hops toward the intruder.
You there! Stranger! From where do you fare?
No response.
You will answer me, human, or the consequences will be most severe.
He like looks to the side thinking like, alright, what's the word? Most severe. I would have thought that the fact that there is no mind for them to connect to would... But I guess... I don't know how their telepathy works. Maybe it's like... They can only detect the presence of something, not the lack of it. So as far as they're aware, they just can't detect this person's mind. But it's definitely a person. At least it looks like one.
Again, the figure remains silent. The other Nighthawks begin chattering amongst themselves. The stranger says nothing.
He defies Ezekiel. Perhaps Ezekiel is weak. Perhaps we could all defy him.
No.
Ezekiel flaps his wings at them, angrily.
I can hear your thoughts! Silence! Silence!
Emma and Ziggs peek out of the barn. Their scarecrow is working like a charm.
Yes.
They're distracted.
Get out of there, guys.
They make a break for Emma's car. Meanwhile, Ezekiel's patience with the scarecrow has worn thin.
All right. I gave you fair warning. Nighthawks, attack.
The birds do not take wing, however. They remain perched.
Why not?
Apprehensive. Ezekiel glares at them.
Well?
The flock stares back, unmoving.
Cowards?
One Nighthawk leans to his fellows.
Would Ezekiel send us to do what he dares not? I wonder if he truly speaks for this flock.
How dare... Oh, my goodness. There's a single sign of, like, of a person standing up to Ezekiel and instant rebellion. I guess they didn't really like Ezekiel that much. Or maybe they're just a little bird-brained. I'm sorry.
Mutiny on his talons. Ezekiel calls out,
Fine. I'll do it myself then. I shall peck this man to death with my own beak.
alone. The Nighthawk boldly waddles toward the stranger. Then a breeze blows by, causing the scarecrow to tilt to one side. The sudden movement causes the little bird's courage to falter, and he flutters into the air, cooing. Coo! In the distance, the engine of a human...
That was lucky.
automobile revs. Emma's car. Ezekiel senses foul trickery, turns to the scarecrow and pecks it, pulling out a beakful of...
Straw. We've been deceived, Nighthawks. After them. Don't let the
Do
thugs
do do
escape.
do 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 do
Emma's
do.
car zooms down a gravel path, heading for the farm's front gate.
We did it! Those stupid birds.
Now can Emma and Ziggy reach town before the birds get them? Let's see.
The moment of triumph dies when Ziggy looks in the rearview mirror.
Emma?
At first, it's nothing but a scatter of birds in the distance. Then, the horde swells, until the entire sky is blacked out by Nighthawks.
Emma!
Emma
Uh-oh.
glances over her shoulder.
Do 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 do.
Shit!
Slam! Slam! The Nighthawks swarm the car, hurling themselves into it.
Oh
See
gosh.
a thing. The windshield is obscured by flapping, clawing birds. The glass on the windows begins to crack. Then, crack!
Is that impressive or just expected? Because windows are actually really hard to break unless... Okay, now it's Birdemic. You're right.
This car plows into a tree. The force of the impact shatters the windows, and the Nighthawks come flooding in. Emma throws open her door and dives out, but Ziggy is engulfed by the birds.
Ziggs!
No, Ziggy! Ziggy!
Ziggs is swallowed by a sea of feathers. Emma yells into the mass helplessly.
I'll come back for you!
Then she turns and runs. She weaves
Do
through
do do
trees,
do do do
hopping
do
down
do do
branches,
do
until she finally reaches the main road.
Help! Help! Somebody! Anybody!
Oh no. Is Emma going to be destroyed by the birds? Or, well, they're probably going to take her back. You know. They need a human to farm the farm.
He looks around, desperately for a passing car, a jogger, anyone who could help. The street is empty. Emma collapses, defeated.
Oh no.
Then she hears a faint singing getting closer.
La 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 la.
Grace!
Crests the hill on her pink bicycle. Emma runs to her and grabs hold of the handlebars.
Grace! Quick! Give me your bike!
No way! I'm headed to a babysitting appointment, and there's one thing you better hurry up and know about Grace Chastity. I'm always on time.
No, you gotta help me!
Alright, Jonas. See you around.
It's the Nighthawks. They ate my weed! They're smart now, Grace. And they're trying to kill me! But I wanna live! I wanna live!
Grace looks at this 30-something-year-old woman standing there.
Yeah, Grace must be like, see? This is why you don't smoke weed. It makes you crazy. Although she's totally telling the truth.
Pathetically in her underwear. Her hair's a mess, her eyes are wild, and she's sporting a particularly skunky smell.
You stink, Emma Perkins. Like reefer. I can't help you until you help yourself.
Please, Grace.
She pulls her bike away from Emma.
You made this bed, Emma, and now you shall reap what you sow. La la la. La.
And there she goes. Oh, lolly-da. Leaving Emma to die.
Grace continues on her way.
The devil's lettuce. I mean, that's what Grace would say. And technically, since this was grown on with this magic soil, it might be the devil's lettuce, or at least the Lords in Black's lettuce.
Emma watches her last hope disappear over the hill.
No! Please! No!
Then a cyclone of birds thunders from the trees. The swarm descends.
Uh-oh.
Emma throws up her hands, screaming until one of the stray Nighthawks slams into the back of her head. She falls to the ground, untouched.
No, Emma.
Sometime later, Emma comes to back in the barn. It's filled with legions of birds glaring down. The flock parts, and Ezekiel waddles forward.
You must think you're very clever, don't you, Emma?
I mean, it tricked you guys, so I don't know.
We had a contract, and repaid us with deceit and treachery. Well, we shan't make that mistake again.
Here, I'll talk, Ezekiel. What are you gonna do? Kill me? I've got the thumbs. You need me.
Humans. Your arrogance knows no bounds. It is true. Your thumbs and bodies are tools, much needed tools.
Are the birds... They're just gonna get other people, right? Probably. Oh, Sammy, welcome to the stream. I'm watching Nightmare Time by Team Star Kid. It's a series they made during lockdown and a little after it. It expands on the lore of the musicals that they made, of the Hatchetfield trilogy. Very good musicals. I'd really recommend watching them on YouTube, which you can watch. I've also reacted to a couple of them on stream. I might be reacting to another one soon as well.
Like a tractor. But tell me, Emma, does a tractor need a mind?
What?
Uh-oh.
Unfortunately for you, our powers have grown. Let us show you.
Uh-oh.
Barn door creaks open, and someone lurches in. It's Ziggs, but any semblance of conscious thought has left their eyes.
No! Ziggs!
Awkwardly, as if each of their limbs is being puppeteered by a separate will.
Ziggs? Ziggy? What did you do to them? You animals!
Literally.
If us focus, we can not only speak into your minds, we can control them. We can drive you, like the farm equipment you are.
Ziggs trudges closer.
Ah.
Emma backs away.
That's horrifying. The birds. Their minds expand.
Basic motor functions. That's all you need. Your memories, personalities. These are faulty parts. Perhaps they can be removed entirely. You shall be the test subject, Emma.
Uh-oh.
And I shall be the surgeon. With mine own beak and talon, I shall peck away your unnecessary brain matter, and I'll shit it out in little white globs all over your precious farm. Then I'll do the same to all of Hatchetfield, and there will be weed as far as the eye can see. You should be happy. Perky's Buds is going to be a great success. Ziggy, restrain Emma.
Well then. It seems like this is another timeline where where the events in Hatchetfield results in the end of the world. I would be surprised, but this is kind of standard fare at this point, I feel.
Ziggs shambles forward, extending their arms. Emma whirls around. She's surrounded by birds. There's no escape.
Although maybe, I don't know. Maybe they'll somehow turn this around.
She pleads.
Ziggs, I hope you're in there. You gotta fight.
Doom.
Push those birds
Doom.
out of your mind.
Doom. Doom.
Funk. Ziggy punches out
Oof.
right in the middle.
Ouch.
Right? That's your one good shot, dude. Break their control, or you can look for another job.
Whack. Ziggy lands another punch.
Okay.
Okay, so this isn't working.
Now I'm gonna kick your fucking ass.
Emma charges at Ziggs, who dodges clumsily. Ziggy is being haphazardly controlled by a bunch of birds, but
Classic
still,
Hatchetfield.
Slightly more coordinated than Emma. Soon, Ziggs gets the upper.
How? Man, so her bad aim also extends to just basic combat. Oh man, that's really rough, Emma.
They round on Emma, fling themselves forward, and trap old Perky in a tight headlock. As Ziggs squeezes, Emma chokes, gasping for air. Desperately, she reaches around to Ziggy's backside, her hands searching for something. The one thing she knows Ziggy is never without.
What?
There it is. Tucked away in the lining of their long johns, Emma pulls it out and flicks it open. Ziggy's lighter.
Time to blaze, you fucking birds!
Ah, that makes sense. I mean, you know, gotta light up.
Tosses the lighter into a huge mound of dry hay. It bursts into flame. Panicked, the Nighthawks take wing, flapping wildly, but they only succeed in fanning the flames. The fire spreads. Within moments, the barn is a smoky,
Oh.
smoldering hell. With the birds preoccupied, their hold on Ziggy's mind dissipates.
Emma?
Maybe they'll actually... maybe the world won't end in this timeline. Oh, that's so nice.
But Emma punches Ziggy, unaware the fight's over.
Oh my god. Ow!
Ziggs? Is that you?
Yeah, it's me, you sucker punching dickhead.
How rude.
Now I'm gonna kick your ass.
Come on.
She grabs Ziggy's arm and pushes for the door.
After them!
As Emma flees the crumbling barn, she grabs a plank of burning wood. She runs into the field, into her beloved plants.
No.
What must be done?
Goodbye, buddies. I won't let them have you.
No, the weed, the weed.
Setting it alight. She runs through the field, spreading the flames to the rest of the harvest. Enraged, the Nighthawks give chase. They swoop towards Emma with single-minded determination.
I hope the forest doesn't burn down, because this fire could very easily spread. And if it spreads into the Weirdwood forest, there are going to be additional problems, rather than just sapient birds. Wild that just sapient birds is not enough of an issue.
To tear her apart. Then, that murderous rage begins to fade. The flock is starting to feel a lot more chill. What they don't realize is that while they've been chasing Emma, they were breathing in lungfuls of smoke from the burning magic weed. Birds are stoned to the bone.
Incredible.
Oh, that's some good shit.
Fire all around, and aimless Nighthawks whizzing past. Emma and
This has been such a... This has been such a interesting episode. Because it's very... Like, the whole conceit, honestly, is kind of hilarious. But also, the birds have genuinely managed to be a little terrifying. And now, here at the end, they're like... It's, again, kind of goofy. I felt a lot of emotions throughout this episode so far.
run for cover in the farmhouse. Ezekiel screams, struggling to regain control of the flock.
Isaac, what are you doing? They're heading for the farmhouse. Give chase!
Fuck that. I'm chasing the dragon, bro.
Isaac cozies into a mound of dirt.
Damn you, Isaac.
Incredible. The trippy episode has been such a trip. Honestly, yeah, exactly what I'm saying. It's certainly a trip.
Anger stews in Ezekiel's
Also, hi, Tom. I don't know if I said hi.
heart. A rush of fury floods his psychic mind. Then, whoosh, a flaming pitchfork flies from the burning barn and impales Isaac, pinning him to the ground.
Oh!
Shunk! Ezekiel's eyes widen as he realizes he made the pitchfork move. Power courses through his tiny body. He raises his wings.
Yes! I am ascending!
In the farm,
Ezekiel has ascended. He's even higher than the high now. Describing the story to anyone makes me... I can imagine it. I love it. I know, it's so ridiculous, but I really enjoy it.
house, Emma and Ziggs rush to the cabinet where they keep their firearms. Maybe they can shoot their way out of here.
Yes, the
They open
guns.
the cupboard, but it's empty.
Guns.
Never mind. I guess it makes sense that, yeah, they'd probably get rid of the guns to make sure the humans don't get them. Or at least move them to somewhere they wouldn't know.
Guns. Where are the guns?
Oh, Emma!
They turn to find Ezekiel flapping in the corner. Around him, floating in the air, is their entire arsenal of weapons.
Wait, that's so funny. Infinite guns work. Boom, 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 the guns are all around.
It's human season!
Ezekiel flexes his telekinetic
Incredible.
power, and the guns fire. Bang, bang, bang! Emma and Ziggs dive into the kitchen as bullets riddle the hallway.
Oh, sorry.
Shit! What are we gonna do?
What?
Spot something in the living room.
What can you do in that situation? I mean, I'm sure we're about to find out exactly their plan, but oh yes, Ezekiel and his flock of weapons. He doesn't need a normal flock. He has guns. What else do you need, right? Oh man. What a trip. I'm loving it. I'm loving it though. Okay, let's sorry, doing some stuff. Okay, on the side. All right.
I've got a plan.
Ezekiel flutters down the hall, hunting his prey.
Emma, you can't escape me. Don't even try. Don't you see I've become the most powerful being on Earth?
I mean, you're definitely the most powerful bird. Being, we'll see about that.
Bird, surrounded by a flock of floating guns.
Ezekiel reaches out with his mind, feels for Emma. There, the living room. He whips around. Through the doorway, he spots the shape of a woman. Bang, bang, bang! Young
Oh
look.
God.
The figure's torn to pieces by a spray of ammo.
But who?
Falls back.
But what was it?
Ezekiel flaps over to find a painting of a well-endowed woman riding a flying joint.
Huh.
From behind him, Emma appears, brandishing a shovel.
Surprise, bird brain!
Whack! Emma swings.
Okay, so his sense of like mind isn't like perfect. It's like just generally okay. So there's a mind in that direction. Good to know, and also good thing that that's how it works, I guess.
It's Ezekiel, and the bird goes flying. Smash! He crashes through the window and into the wood chipper Ziggs has waiting just outside. The Nighthawk goes through the grinder and shoots out the other side a small tuft of feathers and blood.
First of all, grinder, Chekhov's grinder. Good to know that we had that from the very beginning. Secondly, finally, their aim came together. Can you imagine if she missed? Like, she hit him and then didn't knock him into the grinder? Would have been terrible.
Emma looks down at the buxom woman in Ziggy's logo.
I knew I liked her.
Boom! Outside, the flames have spread to the tractor's gas tank. It explodes.
Chekhov's Tiggle video. You're so right.
Ziggy flees the falling debris. They run back inside.
Emma, the fire. It's out of control. I don't think we're getting out of this one, Perky.
No.
Emma looks out at her burning farm. The inferno rages. No way they'd even make it to the tree line.
Guess there's only one thing to do.
From under her bed, Emma retrieves a metal lockbox. She and Ziggs ascend to the roof.
Oh.
And gaze out at the carnage below. A sea of flames.
One last
The
joint.
Nighthawks are so exquisitely stoned, they don't even realize that they too are burning. Emma opens the box. Inside is
That's impressive. That's a crazy level they've reached.
the fattest blunt she ever rolled.
I was saving it for a special occasion. Guess this will have to do.
I mean, your death is as special as it gets, I think.
Let's go down in a blaze of glory.
She passes the joint to Ziggy.
It's been an honor.
Ziggy takes a nice big hit.
Alright, that's enough. Don't bogart that shit.
They pass it back. Emma takes it and proudly recites what she swore in high school would be her final words.
Oh.
Fuck the patriarchy.
Then, sirens in the distance. Emma and Ziggs spot flashing lights approaching.
Oh. Is there an actual chance you're gonna survive this? That's crazy. What's happened? Birds and weed.
Police and firemen! Hey, help us! Help us! Help us!
Oh my gosh. I'm genuinely kind of shocked that they survived.
As firefighters put out the last of the flames, Emma and Ziggs stand safely on the ground next to a police officer.
We got a call from one Grace Chastity. Told us to send every available unit. Said there was a woman, high on drugs, about to do something drastic.
You know what? Grace may not have really understood what's happening, but she saved the day in the end, if you think about it.
Well, we're glad you're here.
Are you?
The officer holds up one of the crispy, dead birds.
Checker-tailed nighthawks are an endangered species. Killing one is a federal offense. And you've burned them, impaled them, threw them in your wood chipper?
Oh, right.
You're both under arrest.
I forgot about that. Birds and weeds best. Yeah, I mean, that's the best I can think of. Oof. Yeah, I completely forgot. Nighthawks are endangered. Or are protected. Whoopsies. Sorry.
The police slap cuffs on Emma and Ziggs.
Dang it. Well, not the best ending, I guess.
I hate this job.
Real.
When the hatchet's in your back and the week has got you feeling down.
I guess, okay, that's the end. We're moving on to the outro song. Also, yeah, I'm doing good. Thank you for asking, Lauren. Not the end of me. Real.
When you're like it's on attack and the coffee's got you jacked and wound.
Oh gosh, the birds.
The county road, there's a farm the townies know that'll hook you up with all the perks. You can think of just smoke a fatty bowl of Perky's Buds.
Is this the Perky's Buds ad? Also, the mouth on the figures has always been strange to me, but man, on the bird is it gross.
A fatty of Perky's Buds.
Visuals for this one slap. They sure are something. Do 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 do. I'll admit though, as an ad, it would catch my attention. Or Smith and the marijuana with this. I think you mean smoking, Laura.
You could head on out of town or down to Santa Fe.
But you won't find the finest herb in Mandalay.
Roll a spliff, splat jack if you wanna mess around.
If you're looking to find the finest cushion,
Hatchet Town, come down to Perky's, get that green.
Oh, they fell.
Emma's the name in cannabis. You need a bud, the herbs are biz. Just
Wait, no, they took a clip from the musical.
light for all the hits. The Hitchens hash just can't be missed. Roll it, pack it, light it up.
Sniffing the weed might be enough to kill you anyway. Yeah, maybe.
Pass it, feel the buzz.
What happens once you get scared half to death twice?
There's a farm the townies know that'll hook you up with all the perks. You can think of just
Man, that bird, he needs to start snacking, huh?
smoke a fatty bowl of Perky's Buds. Just roll a fatty of Perky's. You still need a doctor's note if you want them drugs.
That was the best. That was the best NV I've seen so far in all. Honestly, best ending song. Period. It's probably not the weirdest. Yet it's not. It's probably not the weirdest thing from Nightmare Town. Yeah, no. I'd probably still say the Emma being from the future, coming back to the past to take her old previous life from another version. All of that. That's definitely probably the weirdest thing that's happened so far. or the squirrel from the falling squirrel from the previous one, that ending, that's up there. Remember, you are either in the smoke club or you are out. Us, the smoke club. what an episode. That was a lot, to be honest. That was very interesting. I really liked it. It kept me entertained all the way through, beginning to end. I was hooked. I mean, just as much as those birds were definitely hooked, if you know what I'm saying. And I think I say this every single time we watch one of these Nightmare Time stuff, or just anything by Team Star Kid. They set things up so well. The fact that they brought up the wood chipper, so we know that they have it, so that later on, at the very end, when they use it again, boom. It's not surprising that it's there. We obviously they didn't have to do that technically because it's a farm. It's not that surprising that a wood chipper would be on a farm. But the fact that they mentioned it made it so there's not even that second of not even that half second of wait, wood chipper? They had this? It was like, okay, no, we knew this. And their writing is crazy good. And I was kind of wondering how the painting would come up and get involved in all this. It was a very interesting way to use it, to have it be a distraction at the very end. But yeah, okay. That was Nightmare Time 2, Episode 2, Perky's Buds. And now we will continue on Episode 2 and enter Abstinence Camp. I'm a little concerned about this one, to be honest with you. I just get a vibe from it, from just the name. Although maybe we'll see Grace Chastity again. All right. Episode 2, Part 2, Abstinence Camp. Oh boy. Hey Joseph, welcome to the stream. Oh. Off rip, I'm already getting the vibes of all those B movies in the 90s, 80s, around that time. When they go to camp, counselors or members, they get frisky and then they get killed. Because getting frisky in a horror movie is the worst thing you can do. It's a death sentence. And just in time for one of the best episodes? Ooh, okay, that's kind of hype then. Whoa. I'm sorry, that that mask was actually really, was that a mask? What was that? That was genuinely creepy. He's not quite human, that's for sure. He is a walking night terror. Okay, so I feel like I'm already getting the idea. It's like saying I'll be right back. Okay, so we definitely got a hatchet murderer, a hatchet man potentially. I don't know. Uh-oh. Oh man, that mask. Ooh. The underwear on the things. All right. The music on this episode slaps. Yeah, it's I'm already I'm jamming out, man. My goodness. She is such a good singer. Okay, now, first of all, a better image of, view of the mask. That's a good mask. Secondly, okay, so this guy's just called the Axeman. All right, fair enough. Are we gonna get like B movie tropes, like horror movie tropes here? I don't know, but however they do it, I'm sure Team Star Kid will do it great.
He's got you sinking before you swim. He's got you doubting your every whim. He's got you thinking about your next of kin. He's been surviving in the dark. He is arriving, ready or not. His spirit is hollow. Oh, he's having fun now.
Why does she keep stopping? She's like running and then looking behind, being like, "Is he still there? Oh, he's still there." I think this is gonna be a fun episode.
And his blade was made with hate and southern steel.
Ooh, that was a nice scene.
They have brought a gun, but it's Hatchetfield. He's got the size that humbles. He's got the hands that rumble. He's got the doctors call insane.
Oh.
He's got his mind on the liver.
I gotta say, by the way, their acting here, like while they're singing, is so good. Especially, I forget his name. I always forget his name. I'm sorry. But man, they are playing their part well. Corey, thank you, Corey.
These woods belong to him, and we're all at his peril. If you see him, then you cross the line. Get lost in.
Was he in the trees just now? Lorem? They're both so good at I need to get more major roles or something. I know, right? It's like Corey, he always has such presence to him when he's like doing his stuff. It's
Sight those demon eyes. No good is left in him. Not a god, but a devil. Evil with the devil's knife.
Jesus Christ.
Watching nerds run for their lives.
Nerds? As in nerdy prudes?
He's got the size that humbles. He's got the hands that rumble. He's got the steps that crumble ground. For the sound. He's got the time for trouble.
Even like everything about this is like so well done. Like the cinematography, like said the thing.
He's got the mind of a psycho. He's bound to stab you in the back. Oh, he's the X-Man. Oh my God, he's the
What a way to end it. Oh my gosh. That was so good. I'm hyped as heck now for this. But also, incredible that she just did not manage to escape at all despite running. And he's walking.
After a night of beer pong and Jaeger bombs,
Ew.
Stephanie Lauder pukes into the toilet of a restroom
Stephanie Lauder. Hey, it's her.
at Hatchetfield High. She knew she'd pay for drinking so much on an empty stomach, but it was the last party of the school year. As the hangover thumps in her head, fellow student Grace Chastity peeks up from the next stall over.
Oh my goodness. Steph, are you alright?
Beat it, Chastity.
I think that's why I only know her as Chastity in my head. Because I feel like everyone only refers to her as, like, Chastity. Or maybe that's my brain making up memories.
You got a tummy ache? Was it the meatloaf? I ate the meatloaf.
Relax.
Oh, no. It's her. She's not even, like, thinking that it's because she's, like, drank.
I didn't eat anything. That's the problem.
a little sick this morning.
Sick? Morning? Sickness? Oh, heck. No.
I'm curious to see how you feel about this after seeing Nerdy Prisms die, since I had the exact opposite experience. Oh, okay. Yeah, that'll be interesting, because I am curious how I'll see this. Because I already know these people.
Oh, heckin' way, Steph. Are you pregnant?
Of course you thought that.
Yeah, Grace. I'm pregnant.
Stephanie, no, she won't understand the sarcasm.
The sarcasm lost on her, Grace marches from the restaurant.
No! Uh-oh.
Weeks later, a stretched Cadillac Fleetwood thunders down a dirt road. In the back seat, Steph tries to explain.
Oh, you saw this one before Nerdy Prudes as well?
How many times do I have to tell you, Dad, I'm not pregnant?
Across from her sits Solomon Lauder, the mayor of Hatchetfield.
Grace, no.
You think you're getting out of this on that little technicality?
What?
Isn't fair!
Stephanie, I'd like to have an intelligent conversation with you if you don't mind. In other words, shut up.
I'm glad you got to hear that line again. That's such a good one. I mean, in the chat, maybe, Laura. I'm guessing that he wants to send her to over there, no matter what, even if she isn't actually pregnant.
You know what's happening this fall.
The election.
The election.
Of course.
You know how many questions I've already had to field about you and your nocturnal activities?
So send me away.
Ew.
Get me out of your hair until November.
Oh, no.
It's not that simple,
Perhaps
really.
this won't quash the rumors. It'll only feed them.
Also very true. That's like trying to hide information that's already been like talked about just makes it worse. You just kind of have to ignore it. Generally, like it's named after that one actress, I think, where there was like a photo of her home in like a bunch of other poems, and then she tried to like get it like censored, but that only made everybody be like, oh wait, she lives there, I didn't know that, now I know that.
Won't allow this town's imagination to wander. They're going to know exactly where you are, what you're doing, and more importantly, what you're not doing.
Oh my god.
Seriously?
His face.
You're really making me do this. Abstinence camp?
In the heart of Witchwood
That sounds kind of like, that's such a funny idea.
Forest, at the
I feel like abstinence camp probably ain't a lot of abstinence there.
edge of a crystal clear lake, the
Oh yeah, you're right. Title drop. Can never forget to say that.
Abstinence camp is brimming with chaste teens. Two campers, Mary and Noah, reunite after a school year apart.
Noah!
No, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it does work.
Harry, you pumped for the cross hike?
Will the meek inherit the earth?
Matthew 5:5.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Steph watches them jump up and down.
Kill me now.
I will say, I am Christian. However, some people. That's all I'm saying.
A baby blue
Oh my
Studebaker
goodness.
zooms down the dirt road toward the camp. Ted Spankowski sits in the driver's
Ted.
seat, top down.
Oh, Ted. Every time I remember him. Ted. You don't even know what happens to you.
His hair whipping at the wind. He looks up as the car passes under the huge hand-carved welcome sign.
Camp, I don't want to bang. There's a blast from the past. But
Camp what? Repeat that for me, Ted. Just real quick.
camp, I don't want to bang.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Blast from the past. But we all gotta do our time, and your time has come, little bro.
In the passenger seat is Ted's teenage brother, Peter Spankowski. He pushes up his glasses.
Okay. I actually knew this because somebody mentioned it in the comments. The way he says it so naturally too. I know, right? Somebody mentioned in the comments of the previous reactions, the one where Ted, you know, goes back in time and Ted, that Ted and Peter are actually brothers. I was wondering how they were related, and now I know. Which is interesting that they're brothers. I mean, it's not a unique situation. I've seen like very big differences between like one sibling and another before.
Lamenting. Oh man, I'm gonna miss the honey festival.
Oh, don't worry about it, Pete. There'll be plenty of honeys for you to gawk at right here.
Everything I've heard about the honey festival makes it sound pretty terrible too. Anyway,
All those.
Ted always has the worst fates for real. I mean, he's doomed to it apparently, because based off the timeline split, you guys might already know this, but I learned about this from the comments. The timeline in Hatchetfield split in 2005. It's better than Clivesdale Cherry Festival. Yeah, screw Clivesdale. But in 2005, the timeline split. The issue is that Ted went back to like before the timeline split. There was only two constants in Hatchetfield, and those are Ted suffers and the mayor's line towards Steph. True. And because he went back towards before the timeline split, Ted will always, in every timeline, go to the past and get totally messed up. Which means that that's one of the few constants in every timeline, because the homeless man exists in every timeline. Which is awful. Like, he's not a great guy. Don't get me wrong. My wife, he's that kind of guy. But man, that sucks. That's such a terrible fate.
Press church girls in their little hiking shorts.
Wait, what if all those timelines got created as a result of Ted's time traveling? I thought that potentially, and it is definitely potential. But it seems to be related to like one, potentially all three, or just one of these three things. The timeline rift getting created in the building where Ted and Paul work. Streaming the box? Yeah. Yeah, oh my gosh, that's the box so much. The birth of, I keep forgetting her name, I can't remember. The girl who can see like all different timelines, like at the same time, kind of. Her or Ted time traveling. Hannah, thank you. I could not remember her name for the life of me. So the timeline splitting could be related to any one of them, or all three of them, like, combined in some way. I don't know. I have no idea. Banana, you know what? That might actually help me remember her name. So yeah, alright. Enough theorizing. Let's see what horrible fate befalls Ted.
Camp. Well, if that don't get you hard, nothing will.
Yeah, but this is abstinence camp.
I know. It's torture. Those sick bastards. Oh, I'd take the rack or the gallows any day over another no-nut summer.
So there's like no pulling off? Like none?
None.
How do they even enforce that?
Oh, they got ways. Scare tactics.
Ah.
Make you paranoid. You'll be laying in your bunk at night, jumping at the shadows. Years later.
Must be a terrible fate for a Spankowski.
You wake up screaming, swearing you can hear his footsteps out there. His axe dragging behind him. Oh God.
So Ted's a little traumatized by this this camp.
The axe. In fact,
The Studebaker screeches to a stop.
I'm not getting any closer. Get the hell out of my car. You're walking the rest of the way, Dorcas.
Oh man.
Oh man.
Pete grabs his knapsack
Just a
and
little.
climbs out. Ted takes off like a bat out of hell. As far away as he can get from camp I don't want to bang.
What a terrible brother. Actually, no, classic brother behavior.
And the thing that dwells there. Fanning away the dust and exhaust fumes, he looks down the road toward the bunks. Well, come on, feet. He starts for the camp. In the woods, hidden amongst the trees, a figure watches.
Oh my gosh.
Glassy eyes.
Look at that. Is this like a custom-made mask, or did they buy this at a store? Because it's good. It's like, it's genuinely very good. That eye.
Hall, campers file through the registration line. Steph stands in front of a counselor who points to her cell phone and shakes a plastic container.
All right, toss it in the bin.
Are you crazy? What if there's an emergency?
Rules are rules. The only screen here is sunscreen.
Oh my gosh.
Steph rolls her eyes and drops her phone into the container.
But also, these kind of camps where like you have to put your phone away and like put them in a box. I've went to them. I've had a kind of fun time there. If I didn't, because I know myself, if I didn't put my phone there, I'd be like just glued to it instead of the activities. So like I get it. But I was there willingly, so I could see why she wouldn't be so happy about it.
Counselor passes it off to be locked away for the rest of the summer. Then they motion to a table full of pink.
The rest of the summer, they don't even get them back at night? That's
blue t-shirts, asking Steph.
That's crazy.
What size do you wear?
Small.
The counselor hands Steph a pink tee.
Virginity
Can I get
rocks.
A blue one?
Funny.
At a nearby check-in desk, another counselor.
Are they doing the whole girls get pink and boys get blue thing? Okay, everything I learned about this camp is already making me like roll my eyes increasingly. If I keep doing it, I was gonna roll them out of my head.
Is digging through Pete's bag.
Well, well. Looks like we have a few more vices to rid ourselves of. Don't we, Mr. Spankowski?
The counselor removes a Ziploc full of chocolates. I need those. My blood sugar is very low.
Trash rots your teeth and your soul. Have some of nature's candy.
He tosses Pete a box of raisins and ushers him along. Pete...
Will raisins have enough sugar for somebody who has like low blood sugar? Like, would raisins have enough? I don't know. Genuinely, like asking. Yes, they are. Like, I know they're sugary. Don't get me wrong. I had raisins today. I like them. I enjoy them. Yes, Lauren, avoid those kind of jokes again, please. Or you will get another timeout. Alright, fair enough. Raisins are actually pretty good, so I don't know what he's complaining about then.
Pete walks off, shaking his head. Fucking raisins. Fuck this place.
To be fair, chocolate is pretty good. But also, I just don't like... I've been increasingly not liking sugar in general, so maybe that's just me.
Later, Steph sits in an outdoor amphitheater, looking down at the pink shirt she'll be forced to wear all summer.
Incredible.
She reads the phrase printed on the front.
Virginity rocks.
You could say that again.
From behind her, Steph hears a familiar voice.
Oh,
It
gosh.
sends a shudder down her spine.
Oh god. Please no.
Steph, you're here. Oh,
Grace Chastity runs up and throws her arms around Steph.
Gosh, dang it, Grace.
She squeezes with all her might. A nearby counselor points to the hugging girls and yells.
Hey, that's long enough.
Grace lets go, smiling at him.
it's okay. We're just friends.
Keep it that way.
He walks off.
Oh my gosh, this already sounds like hell. God won't help you when it comes to Grace Chastity. No, don't get me. You're right. God's on her side, probably.
And Grace turns back to Steph.
I'm so glad you're getting help. I was really worried about you after that day in the restroom. You know, when you thought you were pregnant.
Is it the video or am I lagging here? I don't. Oh wow, yeah, we're up like 9 people. It's wild. This is Grace Chastity. Her name says everything. I'm not okay. So it might just be
I
the.
figured you might be too scared to reach out to others, so I did it for you. I told everyone. The principal, the football team, all your friends. We care about you, Steph. We want to help you make better choices.
You started the rumors. I have you to thank for all of this.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Grace cannot read people's tones at all. Bless her, but she's trying. But she cannot read tone in the slightest. My goodness. I think it's just an angle of Grace's camera. Stuff isn't lagging. Yeah, that's what I was a little confused about.
As the amphitheater stage lights up, a voice crackles over the loudspeaker.
Oh boy.
Alrighty, campers, gather round, take a seat, and give a big, I don't wanna bang welcome to your camp directors and youth ministers, Jerry and Jerry!
Music thumps, a pair of
Jerry and Jerry. I had a friend in middle school with the same name as me, and we that's how we would introduce ourselves. My name isn't Jerry, but
cheery tryhards, one in blue and one in pink, begin to sing.
oh,
Sally met her boy. She told everyone, neither played shy or even coy. And they told everyone they sat on the beach. They met real cute. Sally removed her sequin dress from on top.
love this song. I'm surprised that we're getting another song. This is unironically my favorite Star Kids song, unfortunately. The song goes really hard. I'm all right. Let's enjoy it then. What the? That was a great transition there.
They told everyone, you wanna date me, there's a catch. And only one, keep your hands above the waist. And if you're so lucky, you might just get to first base.
First base. I saw that. I saw that, like, he couldn't hide it from me. But interesting. Okay. Whatever. Just. Okay. First of all, you are right. This goes kind of crazy hard. He swats her hands like... This kind of goes crazy hard, actually. But secondly, they are perfectly getting the, like, vibe. Video and song-wise of this kind of thing. I've seen these kind of songs before. Like, this kind of, like, Abstinence stuff. They're getting it, like, perfectly. Whoa. Huh? The sound of celibacy, virginity rock.
The song ends. The campers cheer. Steph's flesh crawls.
Come on, Steph, you gotta admit, that was a pretty good song, at least.
All right, amen, everybody. A to the men.
And women!
That's right. We're a progressive ministry. We believe both boys and girls can and should have the power to just say no.
I mean, good, I guess. The whoops and cheers. Yeah. It's not super progressive. That's just kind of like basic, you know. But alright.
Jerry with a double R-Y. And this is Jerry with a single R-I. And don't worry if that's too complicated for you. You can just call me Boy Jerry.
And I'm Girl Jerry.
And we're here
Okay.
to pack your summer with play, purpose, and prayer. Wow!
That was Chastity. You could hear that cheer from her. She is the most excited about all of this.
Cause who needs sex to have fun?
Not me. We're both voluntarily celibate.
Woo woo!
I'll take canoes over condoms any day. In fact, we have some counselors coming through the aisle with pamphlets about the dangers of contraception. I think it's important that everyone give those a read.
The dangers of contraception? I've never noticed. Yeah, my ear, I could hear it, that cheer. What is bro talking? I have no idea. The dangers of contraception? I've never heard of any dangers of contraception before.
Seriously, guys, this information could save your life.
You said it, girl Jerry. All right. Boys, to the blue cabins with me.
Okay.
I'll show the girls to the pink buns.
I mean, it's abstinence camp, Lorem. You keep up with the program.
The next morning, a bugle blasts the wake-up call. Grace happily hops from bed, fully dressed and raring to go. Steph groans.
Oh boy.
Pillow over her head. The campers are shuffled off to their various activities: swimming, archery, the rope course. In the arts and crafts,
All that sounds really fun. Also, archery, whenever I got to do it, was so much fun. In high school, we only got, like, a couple of archery classes per, like, semester, essentially. You know, like, every couple of months, we got, like, one archery class. So if you missed it, you just missed it. It was a lot of fun. I wish you got to do more of it.
pavilion. Boy Jerry and girl Jerry
I wasn't very good at it, in case you were wondering.
stand by a table of pre-packaged wallet-making kits and metal stamps.
All right, listen up, campers. First, you pick a strip of leather. Then, you choose your design, grab a mallet, and head on over to the beading table. You whack it for a while, stitch it up, and you end up with one of these.
He holds up a completed wallet.
Huh.
I tell you kids, nothing gets out that pent-up frustration like making a wallet. Why, this is the very same technique that ye old settlers used to make their wallets.
That's pretty cool, but also, I don't know, I get the feeling that the pent-up tension is not going away as much as they think.
Really? With these cheap kids from Hobby Lobby?
The other campers turn to glare at Steph.
Huh. You got a bit of an attitude. Don't you, Miss... Water?
I've been told.
Why don't you step into my office?
The Jerrys lead Steph outside.
Oh boy. Immediately, a single talk back, and now she's just like, oh, you're gonna, okay. And that's it, I guess, for her.
Fresh air and a warm breeze. That's all the AC I need. So, Stephanie Lauder, the mayor's kid. I heard about you. Little Miss Bun in the oven.
That was just a dumb rumor.
Teen pregnancy is no joke, Steph. If you don't start taking this work seriously, you're gonna end up with a child before you're ready. You're gonna have to drop out of school. Your family will disown you. Where are you gonna raise that baby? In the woods? We just want to help you.
Hey.
Oh my goodness, this is like a very personal issue to her. She's like, I've never felt more afraid of a self-proclaimed voluntarily celibate. I mean, the first time for everything. Not for them. They would never give away their first time. But holy cow, she got really upset.
It's okay, girl Jerry.
He puts a hand on girl Jerry's shoulder. She falls into his arms.
I got you, girl Jerry.
Hold me, boy, Jerry.
I will, girl Jerry.
They cling to each other. Boy
Stephanie's just like standing there awkward and just like, okay, well, this seems like kind of personal. Why am I here? She's not pregnant, not alarm.
Jerry runs a hand down girl Jerry's back. She shudders, hips bucking. He sniffs her hair.
God, you smell amazing.
I was right. I told you. They are not. The tension has never been higher between them. It got so intense. Yeah. Whew.
Steph watches them awkwardly. Boy Jerry rounds on her.
Look at what you did. You upset girl, Jerry. I ought to cover you in syrup. Go make a wallet.
What? Cover you in syrup? What kind of threat is that?
The counselor leads a line of hikers down a forested path, chanting,
I don't know what I've been told.
I don't know what I've been told.
Abstinence is for the bold.
Abstinence is for the bold.
I'm sorry, I have to read that out. I'm afraid Blue Jerry and Pink Jerry are about to make purple. That's good. Thank you for that comment.
The counselor yells to one of the campers lagging behind.
Keep up, Spankovsky.
I can't. My blood sugar. These raisins suck.
Power.
Ah, well, I guess his blood sugar is really low because those raisins were not enough.
Through it. Sound off. 1, 2. Sound off. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Pete falls to his knees, gasping for air, while the other kids
Oh,
fall
boy.
fast. The last hiker in line stops next to Pete. She looks around to make sure no one's watching, then removes a chocolate bar from her pocket.
She had chocolate. Oh, Stephanie. It's the hot chocolate boy from the guy who didn't like musical. Yeah, I remember that. We actually got to see the scene in Nerdy Prudes. It was really cool to see it from a different perspective. Blood shoes. Pete's just like me for real.
Offering it to him.
Here. Contraband.
Pete looks up at Stephanie Lauder and freezes. He blushes, gulps, and takes the bar gratefully. Thanks.
Yay.
How'd you sneak this in here?
I had it back to my underwear, and the guy never checked. Didn't you know touching a bra will cause a man's hands to erupt in boils? That's what it said in the abstinence pamphlet.
Oh man, they just tell lies. That's kind of a wild thing about abstinence, you know? I don't see why sometimes they just lie to you. Be like, hey, if you ever touch a girl, your hand will explode. It's like, you can give me all the very valid reasons to stay abstinent instead of that. Lie.
Did it? I wiped my ass with mine. Looked more hygienic than the teepee in the outhouse. And I figured it was already full of shit. Seems she's found a kindred spirit.
Oh?
She pushes a lock of sweaty hair away from her face.
I've seen you around school, right? Rocking that bow tie?
My brother says to pick a look and stick with it. I can't grow a mustache yet, so next best thing.
I don't know about that, Peter.
I heard a rumor about you. You're the kid who whacked off during the meat test.
Oh man, no matter the timeline, there's always a bad rumor about him.
Allegedly. I went to the bathroom to cool off. It was an important exam. Besides, if they didn't want to turn kids on, they shouldn't make those story problems so suggestive.
Right, there was that one that made everyone crack up. What was it? Something about Cindy's melons?
Stacy's melons.
He remembers. That's like a core memory for him. Never take advice from a Spankovsky. That's so true. We all know how that turned out for Ted. Oh.
He committed it to memory.
Why?
Bet you did.
Never mind.
Stacy has 2 plump melons. Each one is perfectly spherical with a diameter of 20 centimeters.
Stacy's stacked.
Jessica walks in with a big pair of jugs. If she squeezes Stacy's melons with a force of 10 grams per square centimeter, how long will it take before Jessica's jugs are full and ready to put to your lips?
They had to have known.
They had to have known. They had to have. That's literally so. That's not even. I was like assuming that it was gonna be like, oh, you know, teenage hormones, whatever. They had to have known.
A sick
I guess you heard a rumor about me.
Yeah. Sucks. I think whatever may or may not have happened in the bathroom should stay in the bathroom. Can we agree on that?
Yeah.
Aw, that's kind of like a sweet way to connect it. Yeah, I guess both of their rumors did start in the bathroom, huh? Also, gotta say, Peter said allegedly. He did not deny the rumors.
Well, I should catch up.
Staying in the bathroom.
Don't let anyone find you with that. It's against the rules.
Hey.
I know they are so sweet. Peter and like Stephanie. They actually they're like so. I love them. They're so good.
Rules were made to be broken.
Yeah. You're not such a nerd, are you?
You say that now. Get me in front of a chemistry set. You'll say nerdy shit.
See you around, Spakovsky.
Aw. They just hit it off so instantly, like every timeline. I hope they live. I know most of these like episodes don't end with our protagonist dying, but I hope they live. This is third yapping about. Come on.
Moonlight creeps through the trees.
Don't say that about Peter.
Crackles. Around it, campers gather, swapping ghost stories. One of them, Gabe, grins with fiendish delight as he begins his tale of terror.
Oh.
Now I know Abstinence can't be seen like the best place on earth, but there's a deep, dark secret at the heart of I Don't Want to Bang.
Really?
Something lurking out in those woods.
Tell me about it.
Someone.
Come on, Gabe. Not this story again. You're gonna scare the new kids.
They should be scared, because there's a reason you gotta abstain around these parts.
So, do these guys just come back like every year, kicking my feet up in the air, like giggling like a little girl over them? It's so true, real.
You don't need a reason. Virginity just rocks.
I know that, and you know that, but some people need a little extra motivation. Sometimes God has to make examples out of them, like Sodom and Gomorrah. That's what he saw when he looked down on Hatchetfield, a den of sin, a city full of adulterers and fornicators.
I mean, a reasonable enough thing to say. I mean, nothing about this is reasonable, but considering the context, reasonable enough.
Hell yeah, go Nighthawks. Smiles at Pete.
Peter's kind of funny, actually.
From across the fire pit. The rest of the kids, however, are not amused, especially Gabe.
You won't be laughing when he comes for you, Pete.
Go Nighthawks.
God sent him to punish the wicked with his feet like thunder and his axe oh so sharp.
Oh.
These woods belong to him, and there's one thing he won't abide in his domain: perversion, kissing, touching your private parts, or heaven forbid, premarital sex.
Stop, Gabe! I'm scared!
This is the kind of story that only scares the people who are like actually already, you know, on the whole virginity rocks train. Like, yeah.
He is the thing that will not die, the Mad Woodsman, Lumberax.
But also, how would this guy even know that you're like touching yourself, right? Like, is he like Santa? Does he just know? Sees you when you're sleeping? Knows when you're...
Baloney.
I know a dozen people who swear on the cross they seen him. And if that's not enough for you, how do you explain the 5 kids have gone missing at this very camp?
5.
Look it up, you don't believe me.
How convenient for you. They took our phones.
Well, then it looks like you're gonna have to have a little faith.
Spidey senses, but for the proof? Maybe, yeah. Also, Lauren was waiting for the 5 missing kids. It seems we have another missing kids incident, huh? 5 nights at Abstinence camp.
those carnal urges, he'll know. He'll hear it from his workshed. And when you feel the hair stand on the back of your neck,
I'm not even Christian, and I still feel defensive when these dweebs bring up God. Honestly, yeah.
where you'll come face to face with lumberjacks.
A figure leaps from the shadows. It's Mary's friend, Noah, accenting the final jump scare of Gabe's story. With Mary now in tears, Grace shakes her head.
Not funny, Noah.
And certainly not scary.
I mean, Mary disagrees. She's crying.
No mask? No axe? What is that, a canoe paddle?
Well, I didn't want to frighten you too badly.
Well, you failed.
She gets up and runs from the fire. Noah runs after her.
Mary, wait, I'm sorry.
Ah. That's hilarious. Not scary, not funny. Well, Mary disagrees with one of those.
I hate these nerdy prudes.
Later, when most of the camp...
They said it! They said it again! Oh, whoa, the light's coming, like, through the window, and it's... The God rays are hitting me. Oh, my goodness. He knows.
Campers have gone to bed. Grace pours a bucket of water into the fire pit, reciting...
Drown, stir, then drown again.
Gabe watches her extinguish the last of the flames.
You're really good at that, Grace.
No thanks to Smokey the Bear. That lustful, shirtless animal. He was designed by liberals to tempt kids into bestiality. That's what my mom says.
Huh? The aggressive pudding. Thank you. Also, as I said, abstinence camp not working. We're already getting so many people who are definitely into each other. Unfortunately for Gabe, Grace Chastity, it's in the name.
Mine too. You know, I never thought I'd meet a girl as cool as my mom. But then I met you, Grace.
Oh.
I don't know how to say this, but I just gotta. I like you, Grace.
I like you too, Gabe. You're a great friend.
Yeah, but what if we were more than friends?
We are. We're pew pals. And there's no one I'd rather share my hymnal with. Good night. La la la.
Ah.
She skips off toward her bunk.
Good try, Gabe.
Gabe watches her go and drops the choir boy act.
Fucking tease! Sending all the signals.
Huh?
How am I supposed to sleep with this chubby? Guess I'll go make a wallet.
Whoa. Okay, I guess that was all an act, huh?
In the arts and crafts pavilion, Gabe pounds a design into a strip of leather. Frustrated, he tosses the stamp and mallet.
Ah, this isn't working. I feel like I'm gonna pop.
And again, the whole wallet making, not working.
Fuck it. There's no one around.
With lustful mischief in his eyes, he undoes his belt buckle and starts to unzip. The sound echoes through the forest.
Doom.
Too faint for normal human ears, but not for his.
How does he know? What if you unzip your pants just to go to the bathroom? Will he hears it and he's like, they must be doing it. How would he know?
In a rickety old work shed, deep in the witchwood, a cold, glassy eye bursts open. He can hear the pants come undone and drop to the floor. The sound of one hand clapping. It angers him. None of that. Not in his woods.
I mean, at least we know now how he knows. He just has super hyper hearing.
He rises slowly. He stomps through the chains and the animal skins that hang from the rafters. He reaches out a massive arm and grabs the axe from the wall.
Dun dun.
Back in the
I wanna go home.
Gabe closes his eyes, lost in fantasy.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Grace.
Yeah.
That's a modest brassiere you're wearing.
Behind him,
Okay, I guess it might not be all an act.
the door creaks open. He whirls around, covering himself.
Hey! I'm might get a wallet in here.
But no one's there.
Oh.
Gabe reaches down to pull up his trousers. He apprehensively crosses the darkened cabin toward the open door.
Hello?
Uh-oh.
Noah? Is that you?
A chill fills the room. The summer night turns icy cold, and Gabe can see.
Oh, okay. we know what's gonna happen now. That's a nice setup, though.
His breath hang in the air. He shivers.
Oh, it's cold.
Then, clunk, clunk.
Do you think he'd get along with Max Yegerman? Honestly, no, probably not. Probably could, but probably not. Also, yeah, definitely Lorem.
A shadowy figure fills the doorframe, silhouetted by moonlight.
Uh-oh.
It's enormous. 8 feet at least.
Oh my goodness, that
Hands.
that costume, the way it moves, the jaw is like separate, the eye moves around. That's so cool.
Massive, dirty axe.
No way. Nice costume, Noah. Or is that you, Pete? Steph?
Figure lumbers forward. Clomp, clomp.
Come on, cut it out. It's not funny.
Gabe winces as the Mad Woodsman raises his weapon.
Please, put down the axe.
Uh-oh.
The figure stops. He looks down at Gabe and cocks his head. He lowers.
Maybe please is the magic word. I believe it's a puppet. It was handmade, but I don't know. Probably. Oh, it's a puppet. That makes sense then. That's so cool.
His blade. Gabe breathes a sigh of relief.
Whew.
Perhaps he's been forgiven. It was just one little slip-up after all. Just some harmless tugging. Slam!
Oh!
The metal wallet stamp comes pounding into Gabe's forehead.
Huh? The metal wallet
No
stamp?
forgiveness. Not in these woods. Lumberjax grabs him out.
Not even once. Not even once, or they'll kill you.
And hammers the stamp deeper into Gabe's skull. Wham! Wham! Blood sprays. The Mad Woodsman's justice is served.
Oof.
The next morning, before the campers arise, Girl Jerry cheerfully marches toward the arts and crafts pavilion.
Bro did not let that slide. So true.
Full of basket weaving materials. She opens the door and freezes. The basket kits fall to the floor. The walls are soaked in sticky gore. And there, on the beating table, is Gabe, skinless. Beside him, a pile of wallets sewn from his flesh.
Okay, my goodness. He really didn't let that slide. He was... Oh, gosh. Wow. Oh, my goodness. It's a bit wild. I thought he was just going to kill him, but no, you had to make an example out of him, I guess.
Girl Jerry covers her mouth and whispers.
No. Not again.
Okay, so the 5 missing kids incident definitely did happen, and she was here for that. So I guess that's why she reacted so, like, intensely to, like, you know, all this abstinence stuff. Is like, we're literally trying to have you not die here. This might just start making me carry around a piggy bank instead of a wallet. He probably will make a bank out of you then. I don't know.
Later, Steph hikes down from her cabin and steps into the designated girls' washroom. The curtain to one of the shower stalls slides open, and Grace pops out, wearing a bathing suit.
Morning, Steph!
Wait, did you just shower in your swimsuit?
Of course. It's camp policy. You don't want to see your own body and start getting crazy ideas.
Huh?
That's, disgusting.
I know. Can you imagine getting handsy with yourself?
Try to play. Okay, go enjoy your game, Lorem.
We're outside every day, getting sweaty and dirty. If you don't clean yourself, all of yourself, you're gonna get a UTI.
Wait. Are you telling me you're gonna shower without a swimsuit?
Yep.
That's what you focus on? That's the only... Okay, whatever.
I'm headed straight to hell.
Steph goes for a stall. Grace jumps in her way.
No, Steph. I can't let you do that. It's this kind of reckless behavior that got you in trouble in the first place.
No, Grace. You got me in trouble.
Oh my goodness.
You're the reason I'm stuck here. See, I'm normal. You're weird.
Oof. But also, that's like a crazy policy, right? You need to... She's literally just right. You need to clean your whole body. You can't just not clean a good chunk of yourself. Like, that's important.
The place is weird.
Giving up on showering here, Steph stomps outside. Grace hurries after her.
Steph, I know you're just lashing out because you're an addict, jonesing for a big old shot of vitamin D, but I am not giving up on you. We're gonna get through this together. Anywhere you go, I'll follow.
Really?
Steph pushes through the door to the neighboring building. Grace's eyes go wide. The sign reads, Boys Washroom.
Boy Jerry! Girl Jerry!
Inside, Steph calls out a warning.
Cover your junk.
Surprised Grace has lived this long in these conditions. You know what? It's impressive. I'll give her that. You got to admit. Her commitment to this, her dedication, it's impressive. At the very... Oh, sorry, I hit the mic. At the very least.
Coming in.
There's one person there. Steph?
Pete?
What are the odds? Love that for him.
Peter stands in nothing but a towel wrapped around his waist. Steph stops. She stares at him.
Well, it's fine. Peter probably is also wearing a bathing suit. Unless, like her, she's like, no, I'm not going to shower with a bathing suit.
Without his dorky glasses, Steph sees that he's actually kind of cute.
It's that Spankovsky charm. Turns out there is actually some charm there. It's just... but if you put enough grease on it, it's hard to see.
Have you always been that, jacked?
Yeah, I got a shake weight. It's kind of like endurance training for, it doesn't matter.
I see. If you know, you know. I'm not. No need to elaborate on that.
Guess I never noticed because of the suspenders.
Oh, I know.
Suspenders.
That's my signature look.
This should be your signature look.
He squints in the mirror. Well, I don't have my glasses on, so I can't give a fair assessment. What are you doing here?
All right, you're in the bathroom, standing face to face. Probably do something.
Just trying to shower in peace.
Okay, I was gonna, but I'll get out of your hair.
Don't be stupid. There are separate stalls. Just take a shower.
Okay. At the same time?
Oh boy. Boy and girl Jerry are going to have a heart attack. They're going to die from this event. Just hearing about this is going to give them multiple brain aneurysms.
Okay. Lord, help me. Outside, Grace runs towards the counselor's cabin, screaming in desperation. From the tree line, Boy Jerry and Girl Jerry emerge. They're covered in dirt, carrying shovels.
What? What is...
Did they buried the body? Why? The boy's so down bad he's gonna cause a mass heart attack for the rest of the camp. My goodness. Yeah, but also, why bury the body instead of, I don't know, maybe report it to the police that there's one of your campers has been skinned alive? Hello?
Is it? Has someone else been murdered?
Hurt? Accidentally?
Right? That's what I said. Isn't it Grace accidentally murdered?
It's Worms! It's Stephanie! She's relapsed!
Back in the boys' washroom, Steph...
Her reaction is like, which... They gotta bury the body. You're so right. Right there in the forest, but not the lobby. It's a little secret. They're oopsie. But also, Girl Jerry's reaction is probably very genuine. She's like, oh my god, somebody else is two more people are gonna die.
calls to Pete over the sound of their respective showers.
Hey, Pete, do you have a bar of soap over there?
Yeah.
Can you pass it over?
She reaches up. Her hand pokes above the partition between the stalls. Pete looks at the bar of soap. Are you sure? I just rubbed it all over my body.
Yeah, you and 20 other guys.
Ew. Gross.
Yeah, it's just gross. But also, holy cow. I'm not gonna say anything.
Puts the bar in her hand. For a moment, their fingers touch. Pete can't see it, but on her side of the partition, Steph blushes. She takes the soap.
Yes, Nightmare Town. Hey, Cat. Casticate, welcome to the thing. Why would they only have one soap? Maybe it's like one soap per stall. Still, that would result in a ton of people using it. So, that's probably it, Tom.
And the two quickly return to washing themselves. After a moment, Pete asks, So, you think it's true?
What?
The 5 missing kids. You think something like that could really happen here in Hatchetfield?
I mean, people go missing all the time in Hatchetfield.
My dad's the mayor. He says it'd shock you. The secret's in this town.
Yeah, but a crazy lumberjack who hates...
Steph didn't have one in her... You're so right, actually. She didn't have one, so... Ew! Ew!
Sexy time? That's a little far-fetched, don't you think?
Guess we'll never know.
True.
Unless we put it to the test.
What?
Uh-oh!
I was kidding.
Oh. Good one.
Oh boy. She was not kidding. The fact that he didn't just, like, be like, sure, is probably the only reason she backed out of that. Smooth, but also fear.
Unless you wanted to.
It's like, what if we put our beds next to each other in Minecraft? Ah, just kidding. Unless?
Out in the woods, Lumberax stirs. He can sense someone's testing him.
Why? Why does he have this magic power to sense?
This stupid legend persists because none of these nerds have the guts to prove it's bullshit.
Yeah.
I mean, we'd be experimenting for the sake of scientific discovery.
Hello, Belgian musicals. Welcome to the stream. You like this episode? Oof, it's quite good, but it's a lot also. But man, they are trying really hard to excuse this. They're like, yeah, we're just experimenting. This is for science, all right? This is just science.
Isn't science your thing?
Are you suggesting that we, consolidate down to one shower? Thud. Thud. Lumberax thunder.
Oh, he knows. He's on his way.
Of his woods at stake. Steph considers the idea.
That would certainly get Lumberax's attention if he was real. And, you know, we'd be conserving water.
True.
That's important. You know, save the planet. It's like that annoying Greenpeace girl always says, be the change you want to see in the world.
Right. So, you wanna?
Outside the washroom, Lumberx can hear Steph and Pete through the wall.
He's here. Greenpeace girl would be proud. Maybe. she might be more concerned about the context, but she might be proud anyway. But, oh my goodness. If it wasn't for the fact that I'm almost certain girl or boy Jerry are about to burst into the room, completely stop anything from happening, they probably were about to die here.
He readies his weapon. Pete puts his hand to the stall partition. Steph? Are you sure? Rumors spread, I'm a loser, and you're Stephanie Lauder.
Oh, Peter.
Yeah, but I thought we agreed whatever happens in the bathroom stays in the bathroom.
That's great writing.
Goddamn right. I'm coming over there.
Yeah!
Outside, Lumberx takes aim at the wall, preparing to chop straight through it, directly into Steph and Pete. Inside, Steph smiles.
Okay, come on over.
Okay, on the count of 3.
Okay.
Pete grabs the shower curtain. He readies himself to hop out of his stall and into Steph's. 1. Lumberx takes aim.
2.
He winds up. The axe gleams. And... Spankovsky! Lauder! Just before Pete can take the leap, Boy Jerry and Girl Jerry burst into the washroom. The teens...
I knew it. I knew that would happen. My goodness. I'm both happy with that because one, they won't be killed by the they won't die. They're gonna survive. But also, man, they were so excited. It was really awkward, but they were so excited. Also, Boy Jerry and Girl Jerry seem genuinely horrified at the concept of here.
Girl Jerry screams. Later, Pete and Steph stand outside the counselor's cabin awaiting their punishment. Girl Jerry looks on the verge of tears, while Boy Jerry wipes sweat from his forehead.
A boy and a girl, showering at the same time, only one stall apart. It's the most perverse thing I've heard in all my life.
That's the most perverse thing? I mean, don't get me wrong, it's not exactly it wouldn't be passing the rice purity test, but that's the most perverse thing you've ever heard?
What are we supposed to do with you two?
How about nothing, because we're consenting adults?
I think you might be a lost cause, Lauder.
Oh yeah, I forgot. They're all adults. That makes it slightly less awkward, but also kind of weirder that there's a camp that they're getting sent to as adults. Well, I mean, adults as in 18 probably. But still.
I'm surprised the rumors about you weren't true.
Hey, cut it out.
Excuse me, what was that? Girl Jerry, could you take Steph to her bunk and lock her in? I'd like to have a word with this young man in private, if you don't mind.
I mean, yeah, that honestly though, that was actually like a very rude thing to say. It's like talking about how also, that's why the thing wasn't full screen this whole time. I'm so sorry about that.
Girl Jerry.
But yeah, again, it's kind of like a little cruel to bring up the rumors like that.
Leads her away. Steph glances back at Pete as she goes. Boy Jerry steps closer, narrowing his eyes.
You're trash, Spankovsky. Just like your brother. No Spankovsky will ever amount to a hill of beans in this town. So, I hope you enjoyed your little bath time, because it's solitary confinement for you for the rest of the summer. I will not have you drooling over her.
Solitary confinement? What do you mean by that? That's... By the way, solitary confinement is essentially torture. Like, actually torture. It's like... It's actively dangerous for your, like, mind.
She's some piece of meat.
It's not like that. I like Steph, and I think she likes me too.
What's Steph got to do with talking about girl Jerry.
Huh?
Yeah, I've seen the way you look at her, undressing her with your eyes.
Okay, boy Jerry is a little... I mean, we already knew this, but clearly boy Jerry and girl Jerry are a little pent up. They're seeing things. On a hormonal teen is not a good... Yeah, I can only imagine.
Imagining what it'd be like to plunge your hands into that hair, feel her lips on yours just one more time, that's all. Well, not on my watch, mister.
I think boy Jerry's projecting just a tiny bit. He's such a scary character in such a weird way. Very much.
From now on, every time I have one of those thoughts, you're gonna make a wallet.
Huh?
You mean every time I have one of those thoughts?
That is literally exactly what I said. Don't be stupid in front of me, Pete. Not a good look for you. I gotta put you in a canoe.
I mean, technically, yes, that is exactly what you said, but... Okay.
I ought to let a bird walk all over you. Get to your cabin, now!
Thoroughly confused, Pete's led away by...
It's like, what? Huh? What's happening?
Alone. Boy Jerry lets out a sigh of relief.
God, that was close. Gosh darn. Horny kids. Keep it together, boy Jerry. Keep them chaste and it won't happen again.
I feel like you're the most horny one here, man.
Out in the woods, it's happening again.
Uh-oh.
With the counselors distracted by the Pete and Steph commotion, Mary and Noah found the perfect opportunity to sneak off for some private time.
Okay, I think we're ready.
I ought to put you in a canoe. Even his threats are weirdly scary on the same level of I'm gonna pee your pants. That's a good threat.
So, how far do you want to go?
I don't know. Maybe some over the clothes stuff?
Are you sure we're ready? I mean, we're only 18.
We're only 18. Ridiculous.
As long as it's with you, Noah.
Aw. Good for them. They're getting along.
I'll open my mouth.
They lay back onto the leaves.
They have no idea what they're doing.
And awkwardly press their faces together.
What's happening?
The sound of lips smacking rings out over the...
I mean, I can't really comment. I don't know anything. But wow. Oof, that was awkward.
Like nails on a chalkboard. Lumberax awakens. He cocks his head in the direction of...
Silent face palming made me wheeze.
Not on his watch. He heads out. His blood...
Oh, man.
Noah and Mary flop on top of each other, mouths gaping like a couple of fish.
Oh, yeah. This is awesome.
Well, I'm sure passion can make up for this. I'm sure passion can make up for this somehow.
You're a great kisser, Noah.
Yeah.
He guides him back upright and smiles playfully.
I'm gonna unbutton my blouse now. Don't lose your head.
Slap! The Mad Woodsman's axe slashes
Oh, dang.
his sinewy neck. His head goes flying.
Man, you guys didn't even hear his stomping feet? Rookie mistake.
Blood splashes onto Mary's screaming face. Lumberax puts a finger to her lips. She falls silent. He raises his hand and wags his index. Then he punches a fist straight through her ribcage.
He really likes doing unexpected attacks. They're both so bad, so I guess I don't mind it. Yeah, it cancels out. Man, he's like raises his axe and then he does just a completely unrelated attack. Punch. And then with like the stamping thing before, my goodness.
Across camp, Grace spots Steph being led to the pink bunks by one of the counselors.
Hey, what's going on?
Solitary confinement for the rest of summer.
What?
Yeah, Grace. Thanks for tattling. Again.
Steph, I didn't think they'd do this. I was just trying to help. I'm your friend.
No, you're not. You're an annoying, self-righteous, nerdy prude.
Every time they say nerdy prude, it's like, it gets me. But also, dang, that's rough. What is solitary is this actual solitary confinement? Because that's horrible. They can't, how can they do that? They can't just do that, right?
And the only good thing about this is that I won't have to spend any more time with you.
The counselor opens the cap.
The counselor was like, damn. Like, his eyes widening. He's like, whoa, he really said that.
All right, louder. Inside.
Steph enters, and he slams the door. He flips a metal latch into place and clicks on a heavy padlock.
This isn't right. How is she supposed to learn if she can't come to the activities? The prayer circles?
Hey, you don't like it? Take it up with the Jerrys.
This counselor, he like clearly is either super strict or hates his job. Rare Grace Chastity doubly. Honestly, having her even be like a little sympathetic is good. She can learn occasionally under the right circumstances.
On the path to the administration office, boy Jerry walks with girl Jerry. She's on edge, biting her lip nervously.
This is getting out of hand.
What do you mean? The crisis has been averted. We buried the body. No one will ever find it.
I mean, I'm surprised this doesn't happen more often. There's probably There's probably lull years where, because as the campers get older, it becomes more and more likely that some campers are gonna be like, butting uglies. And here we have an entire batch of 18-year-olds. It was bound to happen, really. It was all an act from God. You got it, Belgian.
What do we tell Gabe's parents?
The same thing we told all the others. It's the woods. People go missing every day.
I can't help it.
That's the line. People go missing. It's Hatchetfield. People go missing every day.
Responsible.
Hey, look at me. Gabe brought this upon himself. He was a little perv, and now he's burning in hell for it.
You're right.
Is that how they excuse all of these deaths? They're like, it's fine. He was a pervert. He deserved to die.
The rest of these kids, they need us. They need this camp. And we're not going to let any more of them down.
He opens the...
Part of the problem is, could you guys have not put this camp somewhere else? Maybe not the Weird Wood Forest where these kind of events cause death? Just saying, is there no other forest near Hatchetfield? Couldn't you go a little farther from Hatchetfield? Probably not. I'm sure the closest other forest is in Clivesdale, and it's not even start about Clivesdale. I bet their forest doesn't even have an axe-wielding murderer. Unbelievable.
The office door. Girl Jerry claps her hand over her mouth. In the center of the room,
Exactly.
is a pile of bloody body parts. Noah and Mary's. They're stacked on top of each other like freshly cut firewood.
It's interesting the difference between the reactions. She's like horrified, and he's like, gosh dang it. He's like annoyed that they're dying. Rather than upset.
That's it. I'm calling the police.
Girl Jerry goes for the phone when boy Jerry catches her arm.
I don't think you've thought this through, girl Jerry. You think they're just gonna come here and cart off the bodies? No. They're gonna poke around. And they're gonna find everything. You ready for that? For the whole town to know what you did? Dirty girl.
Don't call me that.
They said it blind, dirty girl. Wait. did they hide the bodies? Oh, actually, they mentioned before that they kissed. Don't even, dirty girl. It's a good song, but my goodness. We know boy Jerry and girl Jerry kissed. He mentioned it before that he would want to kiss. He wants to kiss her again. Did they kiss and cause the first 5 missing children incident, like or people incident? I'm sorry, I'm using like the FNAF term for it. Is that, and that's why they hid the bodies and hid all this stuff? My theory is that these bodies are the tree people from. Well, no, that's actually not true. We just know that's not true. In Perky's Buds, we actually know how the tree people get like formed. Like there's a whole ritual and like people get planted. And we also know that they get people who are like Hannah, in that they have like a connection to the black and white. Because people who are gifted by something, they treat them like witches, and they like put them in the plant so that they don't spread this witchness, I guess. Although that doesn't seem to help too much. Although maybe it is helping. We wouldn't know. Maybe Hatchetfield would be even weirder without the Weirdwood Forest.
Closer. That's what you are, isn't it? Dirty girl.
She wraps her arms around him, burying her nails in his back.
Yes.
Yeah, you are. You're absolutely filthy.
Boy Jerry plunges his hands into her hair. She opens her mouth.
Oh,
ready
gosh.
to accept his tongue when...
Oh my gosh.
Grace Chastity to the rescue.
Oh my gosh.
Grace Chastity stands wide-eyed in the doorway.
Grace, we can explain.
Girl Jerry had something in her teeth and I was gonna lick it out. What's wrong?
Noah and Mary. They're dead.
Oh yeah, I forgot. They're dead. I completely forgot about that.
Grace, just calm down and we'll talk.
No.
She runs from the office.
Grace!
Reasonable reaction, all things considered. Our savior. Yeah, honestly, things were getting a little heated.
Great. Gosh,
And we don't want that for multiple reasons, honestly.
darn son of a gun. Go after her.
But the bodies.
Her?
I'll handle it.
Outside, the sun sinks over the horizon. In the locked blue cabin, Pete lays on his cot.
So is this how Pete and Stephanie are gonna learn that people are dying here?
Man, this sucks. What am I supposed to do for the rest of the summer? He kicks the wall in frustration. When he does, one of the wooden boards comes loose and falls to the floor. Behind it, a hiding spot.
Oh.
There's something inside, covered in cobwebs. Pete reaches in and pulls out
A secret spot in this place.
20-year-old pornographic magazine. He flips it open.
Oh gosh. All things considered, he probably considers that a lifesaver.
There's something written on the first page. Property of Theodore Spankovsky. A tear comes to Pete's eye. He holds the magazine to his chest. He's with me always.
It's always a Spankovsky, huh? That's impressive. You gotta admit it. That's impressive. It's like a generational thing. Is Theodore Ted's name, or is just like an older Spankovsky? Either way, incredible.
Well, you know what they say.
Family heirloom. Exactly.
Never waste a locked door. Pete opens the magazine. He unbuckles his belt.
Is that their family mottos? Never waste a locked door?
And an axe head bursts through the cabin door. Holy shit! It's Lumberax! He's real!
Yes, he's real, but he would have waited for you to, like, do something before he actually kills you.
A foot kicks through the splinters, and Steph peers inside.
Zip it up, Spankowski. Busting out of here.
Right. She
They're
tosses the axe and
great.
takes off. Pete goes to follow her. Then he stops. He turns back to the dirty magazine and grabs it. Elsewhere,
I mean, fair enough. Like, as you said, family heirloom. You can't just let that go.
Grace runs for her life. She barrels through the woods, Girl Jerry hot on her heels.
Grace, come back! Stay away from me!
Grace's foot catches a root and she crashes to the dirt. She looks up to see Girl Jerry standing over her.
Grace must be terrified. She's like, "Oh my god, you guys killed them, definitely, and you were about to make out in front of their dead bodies. Clearly, you're the killer."
I'm not gonna hurt you, Grace. I want to help you. All I ever wanted was to help you kids.
Priorities.
In a way, that's all he wants too. He just takes things a little too far sometimes.
Crunch, crunch. Steph and Pete rush through the darkness.
Okay.
Picking up weed.
Transition. This transition between the two scenes is tense.
Do you know where we're going?
I have no clue.
I don't know. Maybe this isn't such a good idea. I mean, how big is Witchwood Forest anyway?
That's a good question.
That says it's as big or small as it needs to be.
What's that supposed to mean?
They probably don't know what that means, but we already know that Witchwood Forest is, you know, magical, cursed, whatever you want to say. So it probably literally is on the outside, it's like a specific amount of size. On the inside, it's as big as many people that have been sacrificed to it.
You hear that?
In the distance, a voice. It's Boy Jerry, dragging a heavy, wet bag, muttering to himself.
All right, campers, keep up. I got a special activity planned for you two.
Oh my gosh.
Hide and seek.
What a crazy guy.
Hold the seek.
Steph and Pete watch him empty the sack into a freshly dug ditch. Mary and Noah's body parts tumble into the hole.
Oh my god.
Who's there? Boy Jerry
Uh-oh.
whirls around, shining his flashlight into their faces.
Steph and Peter, out of your bunks. Looking for a good spot to partake in some hanky-panky?
He advances. Steph recoils.
Stay back, Pete. He's crazy.
Well,
He really is.
you two can't keep your hands to yourself. I'll cut him off.
Boy Jerry pulls his shovel from the ground. He raises it above his head and leaps for Steph and Pete. Swipe! He swings the shovel. They dive from its path.
Oh my goodness.
He rounds on Pete, brandishing the
By the end of this, Peter, Stephanie, Grace are probably not even gonna know that there was an axe-wielding murderer here. They're just gonna be like, "Our camp counselors are crazy and murdered people."
tool like a spear. He lunges. Peter instinctively dodges and grabs the shovel's handle. All those years of training with that shake weight pay off. He starts jerking the shovel back and forth, until Boy Jerry loses his grip. He stumbles.
The Spankowski classic. Sorry. My tongue tied there.
Back and wham! Pete smacks him across the face with the shovel's blade. Boy Jerry rolls to the ground with a bloody lip. Pete stands over him, triumphantly. Never tangle with the Spankowski. With his opponent down, Pete raises the shovel and tries to break it across his thigh. Crunch! Something snaps, but not the tool's hand.
You tried too hard, man.
I think I broke my leg. Pete falls to the floor in immense pain. Steph rushes over.
Yeah, feels messed up. But you looked real cool right up until the end there.
Tripped at the finish line. Story of my life.
Classic Spankowski.
Touches his face, gently.
Hey, I'm not into jocks.
She leans in and kisses it.
True, we know for a fact that she is a sapiosexual, which means that she is interested in intelligence.
He closes his eyes. He kisses back.
Uh-oh.
They part, smiling.
And now their fate is sealed.
Then a chill runs down Steph's spine. She can see her breath hang in the air.
It
just get cold out here?
Steph and Pete turned to find a figure looming over them. 8 feet tall at least.
He's so fast. He just appears.
Dressed in tatters. He's stinking and heaving with anger. In his huge hands, a gleaming blade. Their jaws drop. Their eyes go wide. It's him. It's Lumberax.
Lumberax.
Mad Woodsman swings his axe. Steph and Pete roll away. The axe pounds into the ground.
Oh gosh.
Steph grabs Pete's arm and helps him to his feet. The teens take off into the woods.
What a bad time to break your leg, man.
Lumberax prizes
When they say break your leg, they don't mean it literally on stage.
his weapon from the earth. Boy Jerry looks up and orders, "Get him, Lumbee!" Elsewhere, Grace scurries backwards as girl Jerry approaches.
I was young when I had him. And a counselor at Abstinence camp? What would people say if they found out I'd had a child out of wedlock? I'd be ruined. So you see, I had to keep him a secret.
Oh! Lumbee is their child? Their evil, misbegotten child?
I raised him out here, in the woods.
Exactly what she said. About, like, what are you gonna do? Raise your kid in... Where are you gonna... You'll get the sown. Where are you gonna raise him? In the forest? She's... Oh my god, these counselors are the epitome of projection.
I taught him to survive on berries and tree sap.
What the heck?
Something about Witchwood Forest. Things grow here. They grow fast. And big.
True. That's why the weed... It's crazy how this, like, this way more serious story is affected by the same, like, facts that affected the, like, weed story. Things grow here. And that includes people. Oh my goodness. The first comment in a while is an advertiser. Incredible.
Little Jerry was over 6 feet by the time he turned 2.
That's impressive.
We tried to teach him about the importance of abstinence. And well,
You succeeded.
he really took the lessons to heart. It wasn't what I intended. I gave him the axe to chop firewood. That's all. I never thought he'd use it to.
A scream in the distance. Grace recognizes the voice.
Steph. Oh God. It's happening again.
Oh man. That like expression.
Grace scrambles to...
They're all really good at. They're all so expressive with their faces. They're like, I don't know why I did that. The point is, very expressive with their faces. I like it.
to her feet and takes
Especially, it like adds so much feeling. Especially since in this format, there's like, essentially just standing in front of a camera and doing stuff. Be like. So their face really has to bring out the emotions that their character has.
in Steph's direction.
It's impressive.
Peter limps along, hanging from Steph's side.
Come on, Pete. Keep up.
I'm trying.
Also, if he was 6 feet by the time he was 2, how old is he now? Is he like 3 years old or something?
Try harder.
Whoosh! Something whips past their faces and slams into a nearby tree. It's the shovel, and it's just missed him.
Oh gosh.
Yards off, Lumberax stands, having thrown the tool. Not to kill, just to taunt. He grips his axe handle and stomps forward.
So that's why he missed. He really could have sniped them right there, then and there.
Alright.
Steph grabs the shovel and pulls it from the tree. The Mad Woodsman charges, raising his blade. Steph runs for him at full speed.
Fuck you, Lumberax!
Squish! She jams the shovel into his chest.
Can you do that with like a normal shovel? Are they like sharp enough to like stab somebody with enough force? Well, I mean, with enough force, anything can stab somebody. The Lumberax puppet, I know, it's so cool. I love it. Like, from the moment I saw it, I was like, whoa, wait a second. And I wanted to know more about it.
Leans forward, driving the blade deeper, but it doesn't get far. Smack! Lumberax backhands her. She hits the ground.
Yeah, he seems a little too big for just a bit of a cut to really hurt him.
She skips through the underbrush, rolling to a stop.
Damn.
Lumberax looks down at the shovel
That are hard.
from his sternum. He plucks it out with ease and breaks it across his thigh.
Ah, he did what Peter did, but easily. That's not fair. But also, pulling it out is probably not the best decision, because now you're going to bleed more. Well, with normal anatomy, I guess.
Well, he makes it look easy.
That's what I'm saying.
Steph struggles to stand. Lumberjack's head straight for her. Hey! Leave her alone! Pete starts after them, but can't make it on his hurt leg. He desperately flails, trying to divert Lumberjack's attention. I'm over here! He starts throwing things. Stones, sticks, the halves of the broken shovel. I'm right here! With nothing left to throw, Pete hurls Ted's porno mag at Lumberjack.
Okay, so Theodore is Ted's, like, full name, I guess. Good to know. So it's a family heirloom, but it's not that old. It would have been so funny if this was like their grandparents' like magazine or something.
It lands on the ground, flipping open. Lumberjack sees it and stops, dead in his tracks. He covers his glassy green eye, trying to shield himself from the smut on the pages. Steph! The porn! It's his weakness! He can't look at it!
That's the weakness? I mean, I guess it makes sense. If he's that dedicated to not having abstinence, or to... No, what... If he's that dedicated to abstinence, guess he has to avoid all the mags.
Steph stumbles to her feet. She rushes for the magazine. She grabs it and thrusts it toward Lumberjack.
Oh yeah? How do you like that, huh? Look at that sinful shit.
The porn in her hands, Steph advances, and Lumberjack's recoils. It's working, Steph! She backs Lumberjack's...
Okay, but now what? You still gotta beat him, I think.
...a tree. He falls to his knees, afraid, cowering at the sight of sex. Just when Steph thinks she's won, that she's tamed the woodsman, Lumberjack drives his huge hands into the ground.
Huh?
He takes hold of the tree's roots and starts to pull. The earth shakes beneath them. Slowly, Lumberjack stands, ripping the tree from the ground.
Holy shit.
Lumberjack lifts the tree above his head.
That's just impressive amount of strength. That's crazy. I can't even imagine how much power you would need to do that.
And hurls it at Steph. Whoosh! It flies through the air. Steph dives. The tree comes crashing down.
Fun fact, in a IDM game on like Discord, not my Discord, but a Discord. My Discord's in the chat somewhere if you want to join, by the way. And a player yesterday literally died from a tree getting thrown at them. So, funny coincidence to see that here.
Steph! Steph! When the dust settles, the magazine's in shreds, and Steph is pinned under a branch.
Oof. At least she's alive.
Rises to his full height. He plows forward. He raises his axe. Steph winces, and... No! Grace throws herself between Steph and the Mad Woodsman. He stares down at Grace. He cocks his head. But his axe does not fall.
Ah, okay. He feels justified killing, you know, people that in his eyes are sinful, but can't kill somebody like Chastity, who hasn't committed any of this sin, I guess.
Boy Jerry appears from the dark.
What are you waiting for? Kill them. All of them. They're all disgusting little perverts.
Not me! There's one thing you better hurry up and know about Grace Chastity. I'm the biggest prude you'll ever meet.
She's lying. She's a dirty girl.
I'm not!
True. I mean, when it came to Max Jaegerman, but Max Jaegerman is a specimen, so, of a man. So, you know, it is what it is. Until she meets Max Jaegerman, she's a nerdy prude as much as you get. Grace saving the day again. Oh, Jerry, if only knew. Oh. was like waiting, like, wait, where's the chat? Weird that it appears on screen before it appears on my side first when it comes to YouTube chat.
And you can tell, can't you?
He knows.
Boy Jerry stomps, commanding.
Do it, little Jerry!
You think I just
Little Jerry. Okay.
wear a swimsuit in the shower at camp? No way! It's a house rule, too! No one is seeing this until I'm married. Not even me.
That's so gross. That's so unhygienic.
Boy Jerry yells to Lumberax.
You're gonna bleed her over me!
You know how much of a prude I am? I knitted tiny little sweaters for all the crucifix Jesus statues in our house. I get that he's dying for our sins, but he doesn't need to have his nips out when he does it.
The Lumberax is like, yeah, you know, you're right about that, actually.
You will do as I say, little Jerry. I am your father.
And girl Jerry's his mother.
The Lord said, honor thy mother and father. Now split her skull.
But you guys had him out of wedlock. That's why she's wearing one in Nerdy Prudes Must Die, which is... Oh my god, I completely forgot about that. You're right. Oh my gosh. In my mind, that was just a... You know, they don't want to have her show off... No, but then again, Max Jagerman just ripped off his shirt. I mean, it's kind... No, it's not even that different. Oh my gosh, you're right. I didn't even consider that.
No.
But also, yeah, they had... Boy and Girl Jerry had them out of wedlock, and if they taught them correctly, if they taught this guy about abstinence as much as they did, that's a no-no.
Think about it, little Jerry. If boy Jerry and girl Jerry are your mother and father, you know what that means, don't you?
It means we prayed to heaven and a stork delivered you to our door.
It means they had sex. They fornicated.
Oh, he's like just... He's disgusted. The fact that it gave birth to him, or that it happened before he was born, or... none of that matters.
Lumberax rages. He pounds his chest. He swings his blade wildly.
Little Jerry, calm down. You're gonna hurt yourself with that thing. I think it's best if you give your old man the axe.
Oh, he'll give it to you.
Lumberax turns to his father and gives him the axe, all right. Right between the eyes. The blade splits Boy Jerry's skull. Then, with a demon's strength,
Uh-oh.
the woodsman pushes down. His axe glides through Boy Jerry's neck and chest and stomach.
Oh, we're getting bisected.
The two halves
Well, not
of Boy
bisected.
Jerry fall to the forest floor with a splat.
Oh my God!
Split in half down the middle. That's crazy.
You done?
Girl Jerry appears, screaming in terror. She runs to the bloody bits of her lover.
Boy Jerry! Boy Jerry! No!
It's kind of crazy that even down to this moment, in this such intense moment, they're like, Boy Jerry, Girl Jerry, Boy Jerry. Hot dog style, not hamburger, exactly.
She glares up to her son. He stares back with vacant, remorseless eyes.
Just finish it, you ungrateful little fuck!
Lumberax kicks her chest, like a punter kicking a field.
Oh, wow.
She flies through the air, smacks into a tree, and explodes.
What?
Flop, flop.
She explodes? Why did she explode from like hitting and not getting the kick?
Flop. Bloody chunks rain down. Lumberax heaves, then stumbles back to Grace. Pete and Steph look on in wonder. Grace faces the woodsman without fear.
I think I understand you. Maybe we understand each other.
Suddenly, Lumberex lifts his blade. Grace winces. But then, he slowly lowers it,
Huh.
handing it to her.
I was a little confused. Like, why is he gonna kill Grace?
Grace gazes down at the weapon.
There's still 3 people alive? I know, I'm shocked as well.
Then he turns and lumbers back into the woods.
Oh, he decided to leave, Stephanie and Peter alive. Why? I mean, probably could have killed them right then and there because they kissed. So I'm concerned. Why did he? Is he actually a little affected by the fact that he just killed his parents? And he's just like, I need to get out of here. Either way, much like in Nerdy Prudes Must Die, the job of killing dirty dudes has now fallen to Chastity.
The 3 teens watch him go. Finally safe, Steph pulls Peter to his feet.
Come on, Pete. Let's get out of here.
She starts leading him away when Grace blocks their path.
Not so fast. The summer's not over yet.
Days later, Grace stands in the arts and crafts pavilion.
I guess Grace is just being like, all right, I'm the one in charge of the camp now.
In the finishing touches on her project, she turns to a room full of campers.
And that is how you weave a basket. All right, everybody, hop.
Yay.
The kids line up, grabbing strips of cedar bark. They sit around tables working quietly. One of the campers scratches their head, trying to make sense of it all.
So, the camp directors disappear and we're supposed to pretend nothing happened?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, a couple students disappearing is already crazy, but also the camp counselors are gone and... huh?
Like, this is weird, right?
Just shut up and weave a basket.
Grace oversees the campers' work. As she does,
Stephanie doesn't even want to bother with this.
absent-mindedly sharpens her axe.
I anxiously await abstinence camp all year long, and I am not gonna let a few bumps in the road spoil my summer. For the next
She's also gonna kill whoever breaks the rules, I think.
few weeks, we're gonna have some good, wholesome fun. Or else.
Another kid grumbles.
Who put her in charge?
You don't want to know. At the edge of the tree line, a hulking figure watches. He nods his mighty head in approval. At long last, his woods are clean. For now.
Wow. Gotta love the forced fun atmosphere. Yeah. And she's being a lot less subtle than boy and girl Jerry. She has an axe. She's like, you will have fun. All right? It's like, shoom, shoom. You know, all things considered, as awkward as like the whole conceit was, that was such a good, great episode. I loved it. We don't got a unique outro song this time. At least not yet. No, it seems like we don't have one at all. Let's turn that down and... Wow! That was great. This was such a good episode. Part 1 and 2 were both so interesting. I really like learning about the Weirdwood Forest. It's interesting, as I said before, that... Good reaction, thank you. It's interesting that we know that the whole, like, growth stuff, which applied to the marijuana, which affected the birds... Actually, of course it affects people as well. Because the birds gained, like, telepathy and, like, became intelligent. Well, now we know what happens when a human is raised in the Weirdwood Forest. They become... that, I guess. The Axeman. Which is interesting. I wonder if it's possible to raise somebody in the Weirdwood Forest and have them not turn into a crazy murderer. Maybe if you were like a more normal person and not somebody obsessed with abstinence. Maybe. I don't know. That's a possible way. He's the ass. I don't know. Ooh, little. Jeez. That's intimidating. Wow, what an episode. I loved every moment of that. And I feel like I've said everything I can say just from watching. Bye. Oh, are you leaving, Lauren? See you around if you're heading out. Man, it's already 4:24. So, if you enjoyed that, leave a like, follow, subscribe, whether on YouTube or Twitch. By the way, I'm doing like a little outro right now, but this is like for YouTube mainly, because I'm gonna upload this to YouTube, maybe with like a little editing. I don't know. I'm like figuring stuff out. Yay! Leave a like, subscribe, follow, suggest new other things for me to react to in the comments. Eventually, unfortunately, I'm gonna run out of nightmare time eventually. You know, it's only a matter of time, especially as I like get through this stuff. Now, originally, I was thinking of watching episode 2 as well. I mean, well, not episode 2, episode 4. 3. I can't count, apparently. My goodness, I'm like... But that was a really long reaction. That was like 3.5 hours now. There's still more musicals after Nightmare Time. Indeed, yeah, I know. Also, after I finish Nightmare Time, I'm actually thinking of watching The Guy Who Didn't Like Musicals again. And maybe just, like, discussing all this various stuff. I need you to watch other Star Kids musicals. I'll get to them, don't worry. I will. I will get to them. Eventually, at some point. Tomorrow, Lorem. Stop, please, don't just spam the same question. Don't demand me to respond either, alright? Yeah. That was great. I'm probably gonna leave this stream here. Or, actually, we'll see. I'll be right back, because I actually have to go to the bathroom. And depending on how I'm feeling, or what, other stuff is going, a 2 Liam Hatchetfield stream would be so interesting. There is a lot to discuss. I know, right? I will be right back, and we'll see if we continue on to episode 3, or if we just decide to cut it here. Because it has been a kind of long stream already. We're on our way to like 4 hours. Oh, sorry, you guys aren't just gonna not have any background music. Imagine I'm doing do. We'll be right back. That kind of thing. All right, just like picture it in your head.
fuimos y vinimos. Ya nos recortaron, fuimos donde mamá, vine, comí donde mamá cuando ayer, regresamos, mira, te traje comida. Y aquí hay, mira, vos parece de todo lo que sea.
Yo todavía estoy aquí. Sí. Pero creo que voy a terminar ahora. All right. Sorry about that. That took a little longer than I expected. But no, I just had to talk with my mom. Hallucinations. Ooh. Wow, Lorem, you really filling the chat, huh? Do. Do. We'll be right back. Yeah. Now, I really considered it, and it would be, and as fun as it would be to watch the whole another episode. These season 2 episodes are longer, and I started this stream at 1 o'clock, and now I've been going on until we're on our way to 5 o'clock. And if I watch episode 2, we'll be going until like probably like 7, 8, maybe even. Laura, I'm not gonna base it off of just whether you were sleeping or not. All right, I'm just gonna base it off me. Getting very late here anyway. Rest of your day, enjoy the stream. It's okay, we can savor it, space it out. You're so right. I am planning, I think, on reacting to the next episode on Tuesday. Tomorrow, we're going to be doing reaction to user-submitted videos. Well, if we have enough videos to react to. If not, we might react to more Nightmare Time. I don't know. Probably not Nightmare Time because Sundays are a little complicated when it comes to streaming for me. Tomorrow when? Like 2, 3, it kind of varies. Again, Sundays are a little awkward for me. And Tuesday, we probably will react to the next episode of Nightmare Time. Forward to it. There's a really good episode coming up. Oh, okay, excited. Alright, if you want to keep updated on when I post stuff, join the Discord. We have it, I'll put it right in the chat again, for anyone who would like to use it. There you go. Join the Discord. You can do like you can follow something. There's like a thing there that if you press it, you'll get notifications for YouTube or Twitch, depending on whatever one you want to watch on. I don't have the command going, Lorem. You know that. Shoot after my final exam. Oh, great. I'll see you there, Tom. And yeah, that was a stream. A stream for you and I, because I had fun, and I hope you had fun. I'll see you guys around. Bye. Putting the outro. We also don't have outro music, so do. This is the outro song. Do. I don't know why this is the beat. Do. Outro song. Bye.